How to start off this episode? I don't have. I'm trying to
Space Trucker.
No.
Why?
It's time to test the mettle of man. I'm not doing the Deadite voice this time because I don't have it set up.
That's lame.
I don't have it set up, okay? Hello, welcome back to Groovy, friends, everybody. This week we'll be covering Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 1.
We have moved from the big screen to the very small screen.
So how's everyone doing today? What'd y'all think of this season?
I fucking adore this show.
It's pretty dumb.
This is the fourth time I think I've seen the first season. It's still fucking great.
I think it's the second time for me because I watched up to the end of season 2 last year, and then I just never ended up finishing it.
It's good they haven't seen season 3 because I want as many people as possible to enjoy this for the first time because it is so good.
So, I guess I'll just jump right into it then, yeah?
Yeah, why not?
We jump 35 years later into the future, where Ash is on his daily routine of dressing.
Strapping on a corset.
No, that's a girdle. That's a man girdle.
Same difference.
I mean, I think, me and Levi were watching it, and Levi's first thing is why is he fat?
I think 30 years of alcohol and weed do that to your body.
Yeah,
he's basically rated R Mr. Incredible.
Yeah, he's done nothing besides eat junk food, drink fucking bourbon, and just sit in his fucking trailer getting high for the last several years since he's had nothing to do with his life.
And I guess at some point he lost his medieval hand because now he just has a static wooden hand.
No, me and Dan have come up with the idea that that's his fancy hand. That's the hand that he puts that hand on when he's out on the
I feel like Ash had to pawn off his fucking robot hand to get some food or something.
It's not his fancy hand because one thing that Evil Dead Ash vs. Evil Dead definitely did, which the other films didn't do in the first episode, was the sex scenes are slightly more gratuitous.
Yes, very.
We'll find out as Ash goes over to the bar, lies to her about saving an 8-year-old, and then pounds her doggy style in the bathroom.
Yeah, but we've decided that his wooden hand it's not just his fancy hand, it's his spanking hand. No, it's his spanking hand.
It is his spanking hand.
But
well, that's the title of this episode.
As Ash soon reveals as he's about to finish, he's unleashed unspeakable evil into the world once again.
He's so fucking stupid, it's not even funny.
I love the segue where they're doing it and the woman's like, I'm coming, we're coming for you.
Yeah, her head turns 360 degrees.
I just want to know how the fuck he didn't do this for 35 years. How did he not accidentally fuck up? We're talking about Ash Williams, right? So how the fuck did he
sober enough as to where, I should not touch that thing. But I think he and that girl smoked his entire supply of weed that night.
I'm not being funny, but I think if you smoke a fucking ounce, you're still not gonna read the fucking Necronomicon. He knows what it does.
He's also not very smart.
This is true.
Yeah, so we find out as Ash hurriedly drives back to his trailer park that he
terrified
lives in
as hell.
That he looks and he still has the Necronomicon in a trunk, but there's a little baggie of weed in between the pages.
And then it jumps into a flashback where he apparently read that to a girl who likes poetry. They both read it and opened the gates to hell. And we quickly jump to the next scene where another character, Amanda, and her partner are two police officers for the Michigan Police Department who are investigating a noise disturbance at this very abandoned house. Though it's not very abandoned, as they soon discover.
Was it a noise disturbance, or were they there for some other reason?
They heard someone screaming, which was that dead body they found in the closet.
I mean, does the
Yeah.
Michigan police have a standardized code for demon activity?
That's probably Louisiana. So, her and her partner, Carson, I think his name is,
Yeah.
find the same woman that Ash was, read the poetry to, who I'm guessing he just kicked out of his trailer and she wandered out there.
Well, I mean,
After they had sex,
it's not
presumably?
it's not really made clear how much further in the future this is from that
I think-
flashback. So
I always took it as that was the night before.
it's possible.
It's also possible it could have been 20 years ago.
True.
we just
But,
don't know.
So they are trying to apprehend this woman, and she turns her head 180 degrees around, breaks her fucking arms, and attacks.
Yeah,
Some-
this is where we get our first real good look at the current day effects for Deadites.
And they're terrifying.
They look
find
great.
I find it really good because they found a way, especially when in the later episodes when we get some animated skeletons, they found a way to capture the magic of the old makeup and stop motion in
make them look
CG, but still make it look realistic, but as unnerving. They made it look realistic, but they captured everything that was unnerving about the old stop motion and makeup.
One thing I like about the Deadites in this show is they're both scary as hell and kind of goofy,
Yeah.
as they should be.
They're Evil Dead 2 Deadites.
Yeah, basically. But
Like,
they
they're
aren't blind.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to mention this in the last episode, but I realized when I was watching the first three movies that you can really compare. You can compare Evil Dead to Yu-Gi-Oh! Going off our last podcast.
What the fuck? I can't get. I have no idea how.
The first Evil Dead is season 0. Everything takes itself much more seriously. Evil Dead 2 is Duel Monsters, where it's a little goofier, and then Army of Darkness is 5Ds, where it just goes way over the top, and you're on
I
motorcycles.
have no
and shit.
fucking idea what you're on
Okay,
about.
so after the Deadite's transformation, she is about to kill Amanda with a pair of scissors, but her partner shoots her in the head with a shotgun. And for saving her life, he gets impaled on a deer.
Yeah, and this is the exact moment I think when he gets impaled on the deer, where I went, "Oh, this show is gonna be brutal."
Yeah, because I think you would have gotten that from the fact that her fucking head explodes
Not to mention the fact that she literally stabbed Amanda through the hand.
and broke.
I know,
her
but
fucking...
that's I don't know. That's just kind of standard Evil Dead. I don't know why, but it's just that entire scene just makes you go, "Fuck
Also,
it, now we're in for a ride." Like,
I
know
do
that
like
this
that
show-
they actually kept. What is that?
I was just gonna say, this show is weird. Is normally I'm kind of squeamish, and I couldn't watch some of
It's
the
too
gorier
cartoony.
scenes from the first Evil Dead. But
It's
this
too
is
cartoony.
this is Quentin Tarantino levels of blood and gore,
Yeah,
and for
I
some
love it.
reason it just doesn't register the same way in my head.
Okay, so Amanda quickly kills the other Deadite, and Carson reanimates and crawls on the ceiling. I don't know how that happens, but hey.
don't question
Anyway.
Deadites.
Anyway, just
Nice
quickly go through the
Exorcist
scene.
reference.
To quickly go through the scene, the Deadite fucks with her, makes her think Carson's still alive. She shoots him in the head with her gun. Title scene.
I need you to die.
Oh, also,
And then-
can I just say that the one thing me and Levi never got used to while watching this, and it always caught us off guard, was the fucking the splash screen, the title screen.
It's really well done.
It always
no.
comes out of nowhere.
The
Yeah.
the intros to the episodes feel like whole episodes.
That's
The,
exactly
the
what it
title
is. Like,
screen,
that's
the title screen coming on is like when Craig enters the voice channel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so we smash cut to where Ash has been working for the past 15 years, because I think he lost his job at S-Mart. Even though,
did he lose his job at S-Mart, or did they lose the copyright for S-Mart?
I think both.
Yeah.
But he works at Best Buy.
Not before he calls Books from Beyond.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Right. And then he also basically gets an old lady to do his work for him.
Yeah.
Also, we get introduced to is Pablo, yeah?
Yeah, Pablo and Kelly.
Pablo, yeah.
Yeah.
Who
After Ash gets called the R word by his boss.
Yeah, they are not shy for being edgy in this show.
It's because
really
Starz was a premium channel. You had to pay like $35 to get it, or something like that.
Oh right. They're just not.
I don't think it came onto Netflix until like 2017, if that.
Until the show was basically done for like a year.
Yeah.
I mean, in the UK, we still don't have it on Netflix, but the thing with the show is like. One thing that caught me off guard, but for some reason it really works with his character. No, it's just the fact that Ash is a raging racist.
Yeah, because he's out of touch.
And it works so well, because I don't even think he's racist for the sake of being an arsehole. He's just too stupid to know that he's being racist.
He's too stupid and out of touch.
Yeah, it's great.
They literally, I like that they didn't actually evolve his character past Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
They just took this 80s action hero and stuck him in a modern TV show.
Yeah, it's fantastic. He's still stuck in the 80s.
Ash vs. Evil Dead is what Duke Nukem Forever could have been.
Yes. They could have made fun of the fact that Duke was just, hey, who the fuck is that? Anyway, so we introduced Pablo and his crush Kelly, who both work at Value Stop. So also Ash drops a bunch of light bulbs.
Also, I think
I wanted to say I mentioned this a little bit offhandedly before we started recording, but shout outs to the fact that these bastards at Value Stop are just lugging around giant boxes of loose light bulbs.
Yeah.
I just want to say that, like, I think we should start a petition so that if Evil Dead does return for a future sort of
we need Pablo
sequel.
And Kelly.
No, we don't need Pablo and Kelly. We need S-Mart back. Ash needs to go back. Ash needs to go back to S-Mart, because I'm not being funny, but Value Stop, or whatever the fuck it's called, the people who work there, quite frankly, in the management department, are arseholes.
Okay, so after that, let me.
I love that light bulb. That light bulb.
I just have the wiki open. I'm just going through summaries. So
I believe after the Value Stop scene, we go to Amanda. Is that next or?
Yeah, Amanda at the diner.
Yeah, Amanda at the diner.
Not before, like, well, we kind of skimmed over, Ash going to hit on Kelly really badly.
Oh right, yeah, she almost breaks his arm. You're filthy and fine.
I just love the fact that it's like you said, it's like they took this guy who was stuck in the 80s and put him in modern day. He's like so suave for the 80s, but that just doesn't work.
More Ash is stuck in the 70s by the way he acts.
Yeah, it's fantastic. He does not belong there, but it's just, I love it.
On that note, another thing I just want to shout out to.
Do I need a replacement hand for my wooden hand or my real hand?
Little aside. Shoutouts to fucking Starz for making just an entire series of Ash reaction gifs for season 3. I posted them all.
Here's what you needed.
Yeah, I'm putting it. Look, here they are on screen, everybody.
Scroll them by.
No, just have every single one of them on screen at once, tiled.
Oh, like in Gather Friends when you showed the fucking Coley.
I just love it. So
anyway,
shit, I flicked
have all of them onion skinned over each other.
Groovy!
Oh no. I mean, I was gonna say we could just talk about fucking random nonsense for like 10 minutes while the Gifs just slowly make their way through one by one.
Have them all morph into each other.
Oh.
Okay, so at the diner, Amanda meets what she thinks is just a random woman, who becomes a very recurring character. I'm just gonna say Ruby Nobi, who claims to be the daughter of Professor Nobi, but we later find out she is not.
No, she is not.
Yeah, she definitely isn't. Okay, so we go
I mean,
back.
it's still always left to be ambiguous. She could always just be like a reincarnation of one of the Dark Ones.
I mean, bear in mind, by the way, if whoever's seen this, me and Levi have not seen past
season 2
one.
or 3.
Yeah, so, like, try and avoid spoilers, because I'm actually super fucking engaged in this, and I really want to see what happens.
I'm sorry, season 1 and 2 kind of blend in my mind together, sorry.
No, season 1, it does get revealed what she is in season 1.
Yeah,
I know. I'm just.
all I was
sorry
saying
if
is
I
like,
accidentally spoil something.
all I was trying to say is like, just because she's one of the Dark Ones doesn't necessarily mean she's not related to the Nolbies.
Yeah,
She could just be a reincarnation or something.
Yeah, we don't know. It's just like, yeah, she's the Levi. She's the one. She's the one who claims to have wrote it.
Yeah, she said she wrote it, but she wrote the book. Why would the Dark Ones need to write the? It just seems.
It specifically says in it that the Dark Ones,
the Necronomicon real quick. Like you said, the Necronomicon was used to control all evil on Earth, and the Dark Ones were the ones who had it. So they needed the book to control evil. Yeah,
it did explain that in the show.
Okay.
Or it may be before the show. I think the Dark Ones were mentioned in
Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't count any of the series as being properly continued of the next one.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, they're sort of soft reboots, each of them.
There doesn't seem to be. There's a very soft continuity there.
Yeah, and then this has very hard continuity between Evil Dead 1 and 2. But anyway, we go back to Value Stop, I believe, actually. I'm sorry if it's...
He's dumping the broken light bulbs in the back of the room and the lights go out.
He's like, hey, what the hell? I'm working back here. He's like,
no, I do love as well, like, because there is such a thing as dragging a joke on too long, but I think Ash vs. Evil Dead does it perfectly. Whereas the fact that they're
standing on the light bulbs.
Yeah, when he's standing on the light bulbs and breaking them, and like all that's over and it's awkward as fuck, and he's brought them down.
He's throwing the box away.
No, it's the fact that he brings them down to like the storage room, and then the boss goes, "Actually, can you bring those light bulbs back?"
Yes, Mr. Roper. Also, I love the fact that Ash actually has seniority over the manager, but he's still a stock boy.
Yeah.
It's just he's so bad at his job, he can't move any farther.
He's a fucking idiot. I don't know how he got hired or how he's still there,
anyway,
to be
Ash
honest.
goes back up front to basically yell at probably yell at Mr. Roper for turning off the lights, and he looks around for someone. He can't find anyone, because I think it's just the book fucking with him.
He sees something moving in the shadows, and then he sees a stack of dolls move, and he goes to investigate.
And the doll jumps on his face and tries to kill him. And I think he starts hitting himself in the face with
flower pots.
Yeah, that's right. I love how easily he breaks them, too.
I tell you what, I don't like.
He gently just shoves them into it, and it breaks.
Oh, this is
I tell you what, I don't like.
Absolutely a reference to the hand scene from Evil Dead 2.
Of course it is.
But I tell you what I don't like about the dolls, and that's when he crushes them, they just explode in blood. That's just
they're alive. It makes sense.
It's just wrong.
I mean, it's not the only thing in this show that does that. We'll see later on when he goes back to the cabin and he picks up this, like, deadite bird. He just chucks it at a tree and it explodes into meat.
But yeah, as the doll is trying to run at him with a fucking box cutter to slit his throat, Pablo comes in and smashes it with, I think, a broom or a shovel.
Yeah. Also, it's shortly after this that we find out Ash has false teeth now. Because the doll broke one of them.
He's old.
In the worst way possible as well. He takes out the teeth and sloshes them around in the... and then just shoves them back. Why?
No, he had a spare set.
Yeah, because he probably gets punched in the face by women all the time.
To me, it just looked like he was sloshing them round and then put them right back in.
No, he had a spare set.
Yeah.
It was extra disgusting in that context.
So, Pablo, he explains the story of Evil Dead 1 and 2 to Pablo as badly as he can.
Which, by the way, is the first time, apparently, that they were able to use the footage from Evil Dead 1 in a story summary.
because I believe they got the copyright for Evil Dead 1 back in, like, 2005 or something. He was finally able to buy it back from the shareholders, because it was, like, the reason why it was so expensive because the movie was very popular and it was part of a franchise that was huge.
Yeah.
So anyway, we go to, I believe, Kelly on her phone talking to her dad. And she's... also earlier we found out that Kelly's mom is dead.
No, this is where... Oh, yeah, I guess when Ash was hitting on her, he mentioned that.
Yeah, the joke about, hey, he's like, tell your mother thanks for the jeans. He's like, my mom's dead. And he's like, well, geez, why you drop a bombshell like that on someone?
Yeah, he, like, tells her off for, like...
Yeah.
telling him his mom is dead.
He's such an asshole, and I love him.
Such a douche. Anyway, so she's FaceTiming her dad, and he and her sees that her mom is still alive somehow. And the phone cuts out. She's like, okay, I need to go get my dad. And I think that's when Ash basically goes off in the trailer to basically run.
Yeah.
Probably go to Jacksonville.
Yeah, Ash actually wants, like, nothing to do with this, even though it's entirely his fault.
Because he nearly died the last time he tried to fight evil. And he knows he's a moron, so
I don't know, he seemed pretty competent in Army of Darkness, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, that isn't canon, technically. Because, copyright. But Ash, he knows he's a moron, and he's not even gonna try and risk it. He's just gonna run. And Pablo and Kelly take Pablo's motorcycle to go to, I think, follow Ash, because he's the only one who knows what the hell is happening. And Mr. Roper gets killed by the Kandarian demon.
Yeah, I think that's the first time we see the Kandarian demon in this series now, isn't it?
Yeah.
No,
it's accompanied by, like, fucking storm clouds now,
too. The first time we see the Kandarian demon is when they're in the truck.
Oh no, what I meant, like, it's the first appearance of it in the show
in general.
No, but like the first time we see it from his. I thought you meant we actually see the.
Yeah, we see it from the character's point of view.
Yeah,
I don't know why Ash was so scared of it in Evil Dead 2 when he couldn't see anything.
Because he got launched into a fucking tree.
No, even when, like, before it attacked him, he was like... He's just running away until he got picked up.
Yeah, from here it's basically just not much to go over in this next scene. It's just a smash cut back to Amanda going to the house again, looking around, and she sees a piece of Carson's shirt on the chandelier and realizes she's not fucking insane.
Yeah, everyone says she had a mental breakdown and killed her partner. Or no, I think the reason was like she had a mental breakdown after the person killed her partner or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the main point is no one wants to be around her.
Yeah, because she's nuts.
Yeah.
But anyway, we go back to Ash's trailer, and he's trying to basically, after the old lady fixed up his trailer, he's trying to basically move as fast as he can, or I think he's trying to go to the bookstore and then move. But then Pablo and Kelly catch up to him, and he's like, "What the hell is going on here?" And he's like, "Well, it's I think that's when they get attacked by the neighbor."
Well, first it's like something's pounding on the walls, and then Kelly backs up against the window and gets grabbed through the window by a Deadite.
Yeah, by the neighbor.
And then after a bit of back and forth, Ash just fucking picks up an axe and chucks it across the room.
Yeah.
And we get the first instance in this in this show of that trademark Sam Raimi camera work of following an object as it flies through the air.
Yep, and then we go into the Ash basically goes to his special curtain, not the other special curtain, not the one with the sex toys. He opens it up, and he looks for the chainsaw, and it's a straight-up remake of Evil Dead 2, the scene where he just got the chainsaw. And the old lady, who got turned into a Deadite, shows up. And I think she has the chainsaw.
No, not quite yet. She was just hiding behind the same curtain that the chainsaw was behind.
Right. He had to pull
Which, for some reason, despite showing the silhouette of the chainsaw, didn't show her silhouette behind it as well.
I think it's just like I think it. It's just, I think
do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what I think it is? I think it's just Deadite bullshit rules.
Deadite magic. Like it's like vampires that don't have reflections.
Just from one thing I've gathered across all of Evil Dead media, like games, but
Deadites don't make sense.
Deadites do not make sense, and the rules constantly fucking change.
I think they even make fun of that in this, like in season 3 or something. No, it's season 2.
I mean, they're demons, so why do they have to abide by, like, mortal
I mean,
rules?
Satan follows rules, right?
Yeah. Also, shoutouts to the fact that despite not wanting anything to do with this shit, Ash just has a fucking, foot
Shotgun.
pedal on the floor that he can just stomp on, and the shotgun will be, like, spring-propelled out of the floor of the trailer.
But the thing is,
I want to know... in case of a Deadite invasion.
Yeah, but I just want to know how the fuck that works, because that's in the floor of a caravan, and it's standing... It's standing up. It's standing up. It's just... It is one of the most badass scenes I have ever seen in anything, and I fucking love
Ash
it.
Clears the fucking... I think actually the shotgun wasn't even loaded when he used it.
Mm.
But,
Vivian basically just goes completely nuts, stabs Pablo again, like impales him against the wall with a butcher knife, and tries to go after Kelly and shove her fingernails into her eyes.
Oh yeah.
And then I think Pablo pulls out the knife and throws it at Vivian.
No. Pablo, the chainsaw was like thrown across the room in a previous scene.
Yeah, and
Pablo kicks it to Ash, and we get this beautiful slow motion scene of Ash flying through the air, and then the chainsaw just connecting to his hand like it did in the pit scene of Army of Darkness.
Somehow.
Yeah,
it even turns to lock onto his arm.
The fucking Superman dive, it's
and
incredible.
Then somehow Ash has trouble fighting, I think, a 70-year-old woman when he's only in his 50s.
I mean, to be fair, she is a demon.
And yeah, to be fair, Ash is also fat.
And hasn't fought Deadites for 30-odd years.
I mean, he killed that one guy in like he killed that one guy pretty easily.
And I just love that the ending of this episode is perfect, where Pablo asks, "How's it feel to be back, Jefe?" Groovy. And then that's it. Just cut to credits.
Now,
can I talk about the credits as well for a second? As much as the title card throws me off, so do the credits, because sometimes the music choice does not fit what has happened in that episode.
I think it's
all just like 70s, 80s rock, isn't it?
It's fantastic.
I think the reason they made it sort of those decisions is to be kind of weird and funny.
Oh, it works. It's funny. It's just...
It's kind of like, Sam Raimi is really good at this, of making sort of, comedy that you can both, like, dark, funny comedy that kind of makes you cringe at the same time.
I mean, like, to me and Levi were on about it, and, like, to kind of weeb out for a bit, we were like, it just reminds us of JoJo's. Like, in the way that,
like... on this channel who hasn't seen JoJo?
You need to watch JoJo's. JoJo's is amazing. But it's that bit in JoJo's who everyone will know what I'm on about, except Hasomi, which is just the bit where it's like do 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 do
yeah, just starts playing
But as I was gonna say, it's kind of like the Sam Raimi's good at this. It's like that scene in Spider-Man 2. After he dumps his suit in the fucking trash can. It's like the raindrops is falling on my head scene. Where he eats the fucking corn dog.
Yeah.
And another scene like that was in Spider-Man 3, like the emo Peter dance.
Yeah, I actually kind of love the emo Peter dance.
That was supposed to happen after he threw the pumpkin bomb at Harry.
Oh no!
And he thought he killed him. And he was acting like a fucking big douchebag. It's on the director's cut. It's really funny. It was supposed to be funny.
I mean, the thing is, I think when you consider that, like, Spider-Man 3 is a Sam Raimi movie, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that scene was definitely supposed to be funny. You're supposed to laugh at it. That's why people act like normal human beings when they see Peter dancing.
Yeah.
They're like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Anyway, Evil Dead.
Yeah, sorry. I'm still technically kind of connected to Sam Raimi. But anyway, on to episode 2!
So it starts off immediately where the previous episode left off, where he's just staring down Vivian's severed head.
Yeah, I think they have to, throw him out of the trailer or something. Like the bodies, I mean, not the...
What about...
Yeah.
Sorry, maybe I'm misremembering.
Actually, I think Eli actually eats a piece of the Deadite.
Oh no! But what about the bottling scene? Is that was that not the first episode?
What do you
Bottling?
mean?
Where he fucking stabs her in the neck with the glass bottle about 50 times.
Oh no, that's this episode actually.
Oh, that's this episode. Okay.
So that actually happens right after this scene. So Kelly is like, okay, if these are what Deadites are, I need to go help my dad. And I think Ash's exact words are, "Can't do that, little missy." What about all the other mommies and daddies?
Also, I love how you very
and the
nearly
babies
said.
too.
I love how you very nearly said Campbell instead of Ash.
They're the same person. Actually, they're the same person. Bruce Campbell's kind of a douche in real life, but you know.
He just goes outside after this to duct tape the bullet holes in the trailer.
Yeah, and then Mr. Roper sneaks into his car.
Yeah. And of
Also,
course after that, Kelly drives away on Pablo's motorcycle.
Pablo says she stole the Necronomicon to basically bring him there to help her. So they load up in the trailer, and they drive down the highway, and then they're talking, being very friendly, and then the the Deadite version of Mr. Roper pops up behind. Is it Pablo or Ash? I don't remember.
Yeah.
And he starts to choke out Ash, I think, actually. And then I love how Ash's car is so fucking disgusting. It's full of trash.
Yeah. Well,
there's beer bottles all across the floor.
This is why I laughed when you were like, "Oh, Bruce Campbell's a bit of a douche in real life." It's like, yeah, well, Ash is also kind of dickish.
Yeah, but then Pablo breaks the fucking...
I didn't realize until I started watching the series again, but it really is the most globe-trotting Evil Dead has ever done.
Oh, it is, absolutely.
It's very good in that. They don't want to do the same thing.
Because Evil Dead 1 and 2 specifically just took place in the cabin, and then Army of Darkness took place between two different locations.
Yeah, a castle, a windmill, and a graveyard.
Yeah. And they're just fucking everywhere.
But then Pablo, I think he either grabs the broken bottle or he breaks it, and he stabs the Deadite 30 times in the jugular. And just a fucking waterfall of blood flies across the car. He's covered in blood.
And the Deadite is still laughing the entire time.
It's still alive. But then it finally dies, and then the title screen happens. No, wait, no, not that. Then Ash or Pablo pushes the fucking Deadite head out to the car, and he gets hit by a semi-truck.
Oh, yeah.
And it dies.
I love the one-liner there. It's thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, and then they get to Kelly's parents' house.
Oh, don't forget Ash cleaning the blood off of himself and then gives Pablo a moist towelette.
Yeah, that happens next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't even be bothered to give him the same towel or anything. Just this little dinky thing.
And then he gives Pablo the broken bottle as a weapon. And they bust into the house like insane people. They're like, ah! Oh, hey, what's happening? They're like, Kelly's family's like, please take whatever you want, please don't hurt us.
Just these blood-covered nutters.
These insane people. I think Ash's shotgun is even covered in blood.
Probably.
One thing I do like, and this is what Levi was on about, because I was like, oh, maybe she... I don't know why, I was really naive, but I was like, oh, maybe she actually is, back. Maybe she's not a Deadite. And,
poor baby.
Yeah, I know, but, Levi was like, no, it's fucking Ash. She's dealt with the shit long enough to know,
Yeah, they subverted the expectation.
If there's one thing that it's established that Ash knows, that can be trusted, it's his gut feeling when it comes to Deadite.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are two things that are constant with Ash Williams. He will never get another girlfriend, and he will always find a Deadite. Even if he doesn't want to. So then, I think Kelly basically drags him outside to be like, what the fuck are you doing here? You burst into my house like insane people. And, essentially, Ash is like, well, your mom's a Deadite, obviously. He's like, no, she's fine. And he's like, yeah, she's obviously a Deadite to draw me here, to kill me, so they can take over the world. I think the analogy he uses is like, you get the little bait fish to catch the whale. You don't use the bait fish to catch the bait fish. But they didn't expect this whale to swim up with this whale to swim up with a big old shotgun.
I love how much that Ash doesn't want anything to do with this. He firmly believes. Yeah, but he firmly believes he is the only reason they don't take over the world.
They kind of are. He's prophesied to be the only reason.
Yeah.
I love when they eventually they're invited to dinner though, just to to prove that she's not a Deadite. And
the dad is like, why are we covered in blood? Oh, we hit.
Possibly.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, we go on.
And I think I said him before, but they were like, "Why are you covered in blood?" Oh, we hit a deer on the way here. He's like, and it exploded. I'm an avid hunter.
So I had to cut it up with my chainsaw.
Well, you've obviously hunted the wrong type of deer.
But I love when they were invited to dinner, and one of my favorite one-liners in the entire franchise. I'll be polite. Right up until I'm rude.
I'm not.
Yeah.
No, right up until I'm not.
That's apparently a reference to
you're right,
Roadhouse.
it is rude.
Oh.
That's apparently a reference to Roadhouse. Which is like, the line from Patrick Swayze is like, be nice until it's time to not be nice.
Also, we kind of skipped over the scene where Amanda goes to investigate the trailer park and talks to Ash's neighbors.
Until she meets up with Ruby, her scenes are kind of a little bit irrelevant.
Yeah. The only thing relevant that she did there was that she found the
amazing sketch
card
artist
for Books from Beyond.
Ash Williams from one of the Evil Dead comics. I think they actually got one of the artists who did the Evil Dead comics to actually do that. That was cool.
Yeah, I'm just remembering that sketch. I love that sketch because it's like super handsome Ash. Like,
it's what Bruce Campbell looked like 25 years before.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
This show was made.
But everyone still recognizes him instantly.
Also, we forgot to mention that everywhere Ash is going, a sinkhole follows since they're trying to kill him.
Yeah.
Is that
like
this
the bar
point?
I think they mentioned the bar got swallowed up by a sinkhole in the first episode.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then in this or the third episode, I don't remember, but the trailer park also got swallowed up by a sinkhole.
Yeah. So back at the house, Pablo finally admits that no, Kelly didn't steal the Necronomicon. He did.
I stole it because I was worried about her. And he was like, "She's fine. We just go in there for like 15 minutes. We have dinner. We go home, right? Or we go on our adventure." And he's like, "Fine, but I'm still bringing the shotgun."
So they all sit down to dinner, and it's like Ash just like
grilling her mother.
The chainsaw onto the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's like the stereotype, like the redneck dad just putting a shotgun on the table.
Not gonna lie, that is almost exactly what I do with my mask whenever I sit down somewhere, so...
Oh my god, you're an asshole. You're such an asshole.
I just love the bit that the mum, obviously she's a Deadite, but she's like, we'd appreciate it if you didn't have weapons at the table, and she's just like, nah.
No.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. His reasoning is they're going to attack us as soon as I put my guard down, and I'm not going to keep my guard down. But he grills her for like a solid few minutes on what she does, how she got back there. He even asks her favorite food.
And then he straight up decks her in the face.
Yeah.
Oh,
so hard that she like backflips away from the table.
And the dad is like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
It's also super fucking obvious from the very beginning of that going to happen. Because they specifically put the chainsaw out of Ash's reach. Why would he allow that?
And Ash was like, "Oh, well, maybe she wasn't a Deadite after all." And she fucking springs back to life.
I love that as soon as she springs back to life, he's like, "Oh, good. I'm starting to feel like an arsehole."
Yes. Yeah, and then the dad is like, "Oh my god, honey, what the hell is wrong?" and she fucking picks up the fork and stabs him in the eye.
No. Yeah. It's worse than that. She puts the fork down on the table upright and stabs the fork with his face.
Yeah, it's a much more graphic scene of that scene from The Dark Knight.
Want to see a magic trick?
Yeah.
Oh my god, we need to get that scene and dub over The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight
honestly,
audio.
there are a lot of scenes like this that, like, I guess not all that many, but there are a few scenes in future episodes like this where it's like, it's questionable how that would actually kill you, because from the looks of it, it didn't really go deep enough to go into his brain.
I mean, I think he'd just die from the bleeding.
Not from stabbing out your eye. Plenty of people have had their eyes fucked up.
Have you ever been stabbed in the eye with a goddamn fork?
Yes, twice.
No, my point is people don't die from getting their eyes gouged out, at least not that quickly.
Well, I mean, she slammed his head against the fucking the fork. She also has demon strength.
But my point is, if it was going to kill him, it should have gone in a lot deeper than that.
Yeah, you're thinking. I think you were alluding to like the fan death of that one kid.
Yeah,
where he's like, that wouldn't have killed him; it would just bonk him in the head. But anyway,
well, even from the look of the scene, it didn't look like he even got, like, it looked like it probably cut him open, but it didn't look like he got, like, disemboweled or anything.
Oh, you're on about the kid who gets... Yeah, that is fucked. I was not ready for that.
I think his guts were actually on the fan.
No, it was just, like, a bit of blood falling from the ceiling fan. There wasn't anything graphic about it.
I just wasn't ready for them to, like, just... kill a kid in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the second episode. That's like the 8th episode, so we're 6 away. But anyway, so Kelly runs away screaming, rightfully so, to her room. And I believe
then there's another reference to Evil Dead 2, where the mother starts singing the same song. That
we're gonna get you.
No. It was the lullaby that Henrietta was singing in Evil Dead 2.
The
lullaby?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize, because when I first watched this season, I hadn't watched Evil Dead 1 or 2 yet, and I really appreciate little things like this more now that I know that they're technically references.
Yeah.
You know, whenever I think about Henrietta, I always think of, like, the disgusting scene from another Evil Dead thing. It's so gross.
Ugh.
But I'm not going to spoil it. But anyway, Kelly's like, no, she's fine. She's fine. Look, she's fine.
Clearly.
She's like, yeah, she grabs her from behind and is about to break her goddamn neck.
I didn't die. I killed myself to get away from you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't know actually what happens next. I think she grabs Pablo and Kelly. And she's like threatening.
Let me see here. Deadite throws Kelly across the room. He embeds his chainsaw into the wall and tries to force the shot. Oh yeah, she tries to force Ash to shoot himself in the chin, and the gun goes off like 3 times, like right next to his face.
Yeah.
Like, realistically speaking, you would be getting like 3rd-degree burns from that.
Also, it's a shotgun, so a straight bullet probably would hit him in the face.
Just from the heat blast coming out of the barrel of the gun, Ash wouldn't have a face anymore.
No, you don't understand.
Hit him in the face.
No, you don't understand. Ash Williams is made out of pure asbestos.
Also, as we know, the Evil Dead shotguns
his hair is definitely
rifles.
made of charcoal, apparently.
He's made out of pure ass.
To be fair, one thing that could possibly explain it is he still kinda has a little bit of Deadite in him from number 2.
I mean, also,
so what
as we
you're
all know,
saying
every shotgun in Evil Dead shoots rifle bullets, so it's not even like a shotgun round.
I mean, every shotgun in Evil Dead shoots rifle bullets, and about 14 of them before it needs reloading.
Yeah,
so.
like the lever action shotgun from the end at Evil Dead 3.
So what you're saying is, Ash is basically Samus from Metroid Fusion.
I hope you died, Liam.
Fuck that.
Also, yeah,
anyway,
we did. Chip did do a counter for the amount of shots that Ash
fired
fired
like
off.
14 times.
I think by the end of that scene, Ash fired off, what was it, 52 shots without reloading?
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is a drum mag. there's just a drum mag. But anyway, so I think he either pushes or kicks Kelly's mom onto the chainsaw. And
no, the first thing Pablo comes up from behind and stabs her in the back of the head, and she just turns around and slowly removes the knife from her skull, moaning the entire time.
It's horrible.
Oh yeah, then Ash cuts her head off. Right?
Yeah. He stabs her through the stomach with the chainsaw and then cuts her head off.
Oh,
and
sorry.
All the blood flies onto Kelly.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just want to say, because I completely forgot about this, going back a few scenes. But you know the bit where they run into the house, like covered in blood with a chainsaw, and they look insane? Yeah. I love just before that.
It's a reverse reference to Evil Dead 2, I think, actually.
Yeah, but I love just before that when they're in the car, and Pablo's like, why am I stuck with the bottle? And, like, Ash has to, like, hype him up to, like, go in with the bottle.
Yeah, that scene was clearly a reverse reference to Evil Dead 2. Instead of, like, the crazy people being inside, the crazy people are coming from outside.
Yeah.
But then Kelly basically runs outside.
The next day, Ash buries Kelly's parents with
hastily
made crosses, and only then does she reveal, you know, they were Jewish, right?
He's like, well, why'd you make me waste my time building these damn crosses? Now I feel like an idiot. That's also another reference to Evil Dead 2. This show is filled with references.
And then they all vow to fight evil, and they drive away while the windmill spins ominously. And then Amanda arrives at Books from Beyond.
No, and then we go on to episode 3. Ruby Nobi finds her way to Kelly's farm, and
well, I think we should talk a little bit about episode 2 before moving right on.
Well, isn't that the end of the episode?
Yeah, it is, but does anyone else have anything to say about it before we jump right ahead?
I think the only thing I've got to say is with Ruby at this point, because obviously me and Levi had never seen this before. We were just like, holy shit, who is this, and why is she, oh my god, fucking hell.
They're terrified
Who is this? No, who is this, and why is she so badass? Like,
why does she sell seashells on the seashore?
Fuck off.
I didn't mean you guys, I meant the Deadites. I'll tell you why
I'll tell you why she's badass, because she's played by Lucy fucking Lawless.
Yeah, but it's
also,
just like...
Want to know something funny about her? She actually hated the original Evil Dead movies because she thought they were sexist and disgusting.
Really?
Yeah.
So she went into possibly the most sexist and disgusting version of the Evil Dead.
Well, she's married to one of the producers, and she's a good actor.
Well, I like the idea, though, that, she went into one of the most sexist versions of Evil Dead, but played the absolute antithesis of a character to that theme.
Yeah. But, I mean, she was also, 17 when she first saw them, so, But anyway,
I just thought at this point we were like, oh my god, who is she and why is she a Deadite fucking killing machine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's basically the Doomslayers. They're the only thing she's afraid of. Anyway, Ruby pulls, I think, Kelly's dad out of his grave.
Oh, sorry, actually, no, sorry, they're not scared of her, they're scared of the knife.
The Kandarian dagger.
For some reason has gone back to it, which for some reason has gone back to its Evil Dead 1 design.
It has gone back to its Evil Dead 1 design.
I believe the whole thing with the Kandarian dagger is that that's the only thing that can hurt their soul. Their, damned soul.
Yeah, I don't think they actually...
feel no physical pain besides the Kandarian dagger.
Do they?
Well, I mean, they don't feel any pain, because they don't scream in
That's
pain.
What I mean.
I don't even think that it's
the only thing that they can feel pain from.
I don't think that it's even that they can't feel pain. It's that a body to them is so fucking useless and disposable that pain means nothing. Whereas this Kandarian dagger can actually harm them, the demon themselves
their soul,
inside.
their damned soul.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing that can hurt their damn soul.
Mm.
Also because
they've experienced death millions of times over at this point. They do not give a shit.
It's kind of like the Soul Cube from Doom 3, where it's really the only be-all end-all demon-killing machine because it's made in hell.
Until they retconned that for the remake.
Yeah.
Which is amazing, by the way.
Well, Doom 3 isn't canon to Doom 1 or 2, it's a remake of Doom 1, but I'm not going to get into that.
I mean, yeah, that's true anyway, but yeah.
Anyway, so she interrogates Kelly's dad
Who's now a Deadite, by the way.
Yeah.
I guess he became a Deadite while he was
as
buried.
They were burying him. Yeah, he became a Deadite as they were burying him, I think. But
actually, you can take that as sort of... If she's the one that created the book, and she can control Deadites, then could take that as her specifically reanimating him to question.
I think that was actually the thing.
That's a good point, too, actually.
I think it's actually what she did.
Because that would be a cool little...
Actually, no, that is the thing that happened. She does that in Season 3 with one guy.
But you'd be able to infer that later on through having watched it, but at the time, not knowing about her, it makes sense both ways, but it's like a little reveal.
I mean, to be fair, if there's one thing that I've gathered that it does really well, at least from the first season, plot twists are actually pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, she interrogates Kelly's dad, ask him, where the fuck is Ash? And he's like, fuck you. I think that's his own words. He literally says fuck you to her. And then she cuts his face off with a Kandarian dagger.
Yes.
And after he doesn't say anything else...
I love the not even just that. Like, the first thing she does, she pulls him out of the ground, asks him where Ash is. He just says, fuck you, so she fucking...
Oh, wait, no.
She pulls him out of the ground entirely with one hand, and slaps him down onto the cross.
Yeah. I thought that was how she killed it, but the events got mixed up in my head.
I love how as soon as the knife comes out, he's like, shit.
Oh, fuck. He pisses his pants. Like, you can see the fear in his eyes.
Well, it's not that. It's like when she actually starts cutting him, it doesn't just cut them, it burns them.
Yeah, it's burning. It's fucking with their soul, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, we jump cut to Ash at the bookstore, or like right outside the bookstore, and they're Ash, Kelly, and Pablo are talking about. Well, our journey might be over soon. He's like, "What the fuck? Like, no, it isn't."
Yeah, me and Levi were like, "Well, there's at least 2 more seasons, so."
Yeah. And Pablo comes up with the name Ghost Beaters. Because of course he does.
Yeah.
And I hate you, Liam, for naming our stupid role after the Ghost Beaters.
Love you too.
I'm a beater and proud.
Also, oh wait, no, that's season 2.
I'll beat your ghost.
I was thinking of season 2 when Kelly calls Pablo a vagina.
Oh, we haven't got to that point yet.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's cool.
But they enter the store and see that he was talking to Amanda. The owner, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, Hisomi is muted.
What?
Hisomi has... But I did hear a dog bark.
And this is an outtake.
Yeah.
Dylan, you severely overestimate us. We don't do outtakes.
No, I gathered that by watching back the first episode. It was just like, there's a lot of shit in here that I thought was going to be cut.
But no, that would require quality and effort and things of that nature.
So yeah, should we just continue until he comes back or what?
Well, he was kind of talking about shit, and I don't know where he's gone. We can wait a little bit and see what happens.
Okay, maybe he's being attacked by Deadites. I don't know. See, I just want a overly British Ash Williams. Just a really, really British.
Oh, you fucking wanker!
Yeah, as in the level of British, as in, I don't know if you'll get this, Liam, but Levi definitely will. The level of Britishness that Clash has in Siege.
I have no idea.
In Rainbow Six Siege, the most you fucking wankers! It's fantastic.
I want it to be even further than that. I want Yangus from fucking...
Oh yeah, Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest 8.
Also, are we split? Are we 2 Brits and 2 Americans?
Well, I'm Canadian, so...
Oh, you're Canadian.
You're already well off base.
Oh, well, fuck. Well, I'm not English, so we've got one American, an Englishman, a Welshman, and a Canadian. So you must personally know Ryan Reynolds, then?
No, Dylan. That's obvious.
The Australians?
Every Australian knows. Like, you go up to any Australian and ask them what kind of person fucking Madonna. Is it Madonna?
But I don't fucking know. What are you on about?
The fucking Australian pop.
I don't fucking know. I'm sure there's been at least 2.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about the really fucking thing.
I'm back. Sorry.
Hello.
Sorry, I had to take out the trash.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No worries.
Yeah, I'm still a child.
So why are you back then?
You made that same joke before, you piece of shit. Anyway, also to go back to what you were saying, because I was listening this entire time. You're thinking about the Scot, the Englishman, the Welshman, the Canadian, the American. That's the same split on Gathered Friends as well.
Oh
because
no.
Josie is American and Chip is Welsh.
Yeah.
So where were we then?
Ash just entered the store with the book.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember the owner's name because I kind of skimmed through these episodes. Yeah, Lionel, that's right.
Yeah.
So Amanda leaves the store.
It's not like he'll be super important.
Giving Ash the stink eye, and she goes outside the radio for backup. Actually, no, I think she goes outside to call for like the.
She's trying to get the sketch.
Yeah, the sketch from R and I, and Ash is like, "Hey, this is the book I talked about, the Bound in Human Flesh, Into Human Blood," and he nerdgasms. Lionel nerdgasms. It's really funny.
Yeah, it's pretty great actually.
And then he does the most fucking stupid thing you can do.
Summon a demon.
We'll
read the book.
He reads the book.
Also, the Kandarian demon is on its way, so they have a countdown, basically.
Yeah, they have... apparently Ruby senses the book being opened and just, like, jump cut to her speeding up in the car.
Just really quickly, can we talk about how this is absolutely the most fucked design of the book?
Oh, we're not there yet.
No, but I'm just saying, the design of the book.
Sorry. I thought you meant the demon. I thought you meant the demon.
The book.
What's different? What's different? What's so different about the book?
Just in this season, like it's like obviously not at this point, but like when it like starts trying to eat people, it gets a bit like
yes.
Yeah, it's not okay.
All 4 versions. They combine all 4 movie versions into the ultimate Necronomicon, basically.
It's I mean, we'll talk about it when we get to the finale.
Necronomicon Kaita.
Yes. Chip, put that on screen.
I mean, we'll talk about it when we're like in the finale when it actually gets really fucked.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But then they go in the back to Lionel's study and they're like, and Ash is like, well, we need to know how to stop this thing. So can you get a demon or something? And we talk to him. He's like, you want to summon a demon? He's like, yeah. Did I stutter? He's like, do you not know how dangerous that is? And Ash is like, well, just get a 1v1.
Dangerous.
Just get a 1v1. He's like,
we kind of skipped over the point where Kelly and Pablo knocked Amanda out and handcuffed her to a thing.
She was about to shoot Ash.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to skim through these so we aren't here for like 7 hours.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Lionel finds Elagos, the demon of the mindscape. Basically, Hell's, I think he's supposed to be like one of the weakest demons in Hell besides the Deadites and the Kandarian demon.
Fucking horrific. I hate him.
Now we talk about him when he gets there. But Lionel summons him, I liked when they meant the Circle of Salt. I think Ash or Pablo says, "Hey, is that supposed to?" Or no, that's season 2. Sorry. But anyway. So they summon the demon, and it's a terrifying monstrosity.
It's not okay.
To describe what Elagos looks like, actually put him on screen. But he looks like an imp from the beta of Doom 2016. with a VHS filter over it, and the entire demon's body moves, like it fuzzes around and shit.
Yeah.
It's not okay. It's really it was like it's the first time in like an Evil Dead thing since the original where it's like I want nothing to do with this. This is not
you get that vibe from the monster form of Henrietta.
Oh, that gets even grosser.
I don't know. There was just something about this where this was like this is just a whole new level of like this opens up so much stuff.
So Ash basically says, "Okay, Poindexter, how do we stop this book?" And Elagos basically says, "Let me free, and I shall show you." You know, trying to basically trick him.
Yeah.
Actually, I know what his voice sounds like. I just can't do it because
because
$50,000 worth of synthesizer equipment.
Yeah, but we make a very important point of do not break the fucking circle.
Ash does it on purpose. He doesn't do it on purpose.
It's very important that you do not break this circle because otherwise things are going to go very bad very quickly.
It will kill everyone here in the strip mall and in this town.
Yeah.
Because I think Books from Beyond is in like a strip mall or something. It's like some shitty strip mall. But anyway, so basically,
Amanda comes in.
Yeah, she comes too, and she's like, "What the fuck? Did you handcuff me to this thing?" And Kelly's like, "Yeah, what if we did? We're the good guys." And he's like, "Do you know that guy killed like 15 people?" And she's like, "Well, they were demons."
Long story short, she convinces Kelly to let her free. They go in, and then she brings out her fucking gun because apparently she still had that.
Ash, I think she took her gun back from Kelly.
Yeah.
But I think Ash backs into the circle or something as Lionel. Actually, no, right before this, I think Ash is like, "All right, Lionel, we got nothing from this guy. Send him back." And he's trying to send him back, and then that happens, and then Ash backs over the line of salt.
Yeah.
And breaks the seal and lets Elagos out.
Which is the worst thing.
And at that point, I shit myself, to be quite frank.
Because he's a terrifying... Anyway, so Elagos tries to basically eat the brains of both Pablo and Ash.
Well, me and Levi...
The way Levi put it was...
brain tickles
your brain.
Yeah, me and Levi didn't actually know his name as, Elagos or whatever, so we just called him the terrifying brain tickler.
He fucking squanches your brain. I don't want it.
Yeah, I think he disconnects their fucking nerve endings in their brain or something.
That's another potential title for this episode: the terrifying brain tickler.
That sounds like a 50s B movie.
But I just did something. The thing is, this couldn't have been done in the originals. The effects just weren't there.
They had no budget. They had no money.
And it's the fact that he flickers and fucking teleports, and Ash tries to shoot him, and he just teleports out the way, and it's just I don't like this. Yeah, it's I really don't like this.
Hey, it's not his speed. He's using the emerald to warp.
I fucking hate you. Whoa, this guy's faster than Ash. You need to make that an actual video where you just
remake that scene with the Sonic Adventure 2 dialogue.
No. I was thinking of the Sonic Forces scene.
I was thinking of the meeting between Sonic and Shadow.
But anyway, so Lionel.
Can I just say that we are such nerds. It's not even fun. Anyway, carry on.
So anyway, Lionel, long story short, gets killed by Elagos after he explodes a mirror, I think.
Yeah, yet another instance of how the fuck
he throws
does he die?
The mirror at them.
Well, to be fair, I'm pretty sure his body was covered in glass shards.
Yeah,
no, it just went into his face.
No, I think he fell into the glass shards as well.
I still don't think that would kill you.
No.
Also, none of us have had glass explode into our face and eyes.
You don't need to know basic biology.
To be fair, how do you die from getting stabbed in the leg with a pencil?
Let's
She turned into a Deadite. That's how.
Let's
not question. Become a Deadite.
Let's not question it. It's Evil Dead.
It's established that they don't die when they become a Deadite because Ash became a Deadite.
Yeah.
No, but the argument about that, actually, I just want to get this out of the way quickly, is that Ash might have technically died when he hit the tree.
Yeah, I think I actually said that in the episode. Like,
the way I see it is, you don't kill a Deadite. A Deadite is
you kill their form.
It's not even that. It's the
a Deadite takes over
is just
your
a
physical
person
body.
who's been
like I said,
possessed.
Like
so
the
only way
like
to stop them being useful as they're possessed, because even the chopped off hand is capable of just moving around and skittering.
Like I said in the first episode, it's like the necromorphs from Dead Space. You have to basically dismember them. They aren't dead. They can't move anymore, so they just stop. They just cease.
Well, with the Deadites, it's a bit different because, like, at that point, their body's useless.
They're like the zombies
so
from Return of the Living Dead.
Well, the thing is, at that point, when you've chopped up
the body, not Return of the Living Dead. They're like the zombies from Brain Dead.
I haven't seen it, but
that's one of the goriest movies ever made. You should watch it.
Okay. But yeah, I think it's just a point of, like, when the body gets so cut up into, like, such tiny pieces, it's fucking useless, so the Deadites just leave it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. It's like, they can absolutely still make use of the body. Like, there are plenty of instances, even in this show, where it just takes over a head just to use it as a mouthpiece.
Yeah. Well, in the first movie, they're like, "Oh, you cut off the head and it dies," and then that fucking stayed for
Liam. Remember the scene in the morgue?
Oh god, that's season 2. That's
I don't want to know.
I'm just giving you mental flashbacks to that. So move on.
We're on season 2 next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to fuck with Liam because it's a disgusting scene. But anyway, I think they re-handcuff Amanda to like a radiator or something after Eligos goes into Kelly's body.
We don't know that yet. We just know, like,
Kelly disappears.
Kelly hit him over the head with the Necronomicon, and it seems like that worked for some reason.
Yeah, he just, like, I think he went into the book,
it does
like,
make
itself.
You
I mean, do you know why I think he is, like, the most dangerous thing Ash has fought so far?
It's smart.
It's smart, yeah.
Would you say it's S-smart?
Oh, no.
Yeah, like, not to get too spoilery for season 4, but it tried to get Ash killed.
There is no season 4.
I was gonna say
episode 4. Shut up. But it tried to get Ash killed.
Yeah, but what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Amanda tries to handcuff Ash, and he just pops off the hand that she handcuffed.
Talk to the hand. And he just handcuffs her.
Yeah.
Wait, has he got his hand back at this point? I thought he was still using the chainsaw.
No, he was using the hand.
Well, he's not in combat. He just
kind of switches into. It's like the shotgun ammo. You don't question where he gets it from.
He
switches
from the chainsaw to the hand to look crazy in public.
But what is this? On his back. Is this the spanking hand?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Okay.
I still think he pawned off his robot hand for probably drug money.
I doubt it. If he kept the shotgun and the chainsaw, I don't see. I mean, he's tricked out his entire cabinet. I don't think he pawned it off. He probably just broke it at some point.
I bet he just lost it.
Yeah, he probably lost. He honestly probably.
He probably turned it into a bong. Let's be honest.
It had a little bit too much spanking.
I mean,
To be fair, like he does do a lot of spanking, and I think
he found out that moving parts are not conducive to a spanking hand.
The wooden hand
also,
is definitely
hand
more effective.
Hurts a lot more than a wooden hand.
Yeah, the wooden hand is definitely better for spanking. Like
you would know, would you?
Oh, absolutely.
Anyway, so on to I think this is where episode 3 ends.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it for that.
We go on to episode 4, where they leave Amanda with the reanimating Lionel. Because he's a Deadite now. Because I think the way the Book of the Dead works, it's sort of like you know like zombies work in Walking Dead, where it's like the virus is just everywhere, and once you die, it activates.
Yeah,
I think the Deadites are just everywhere, and when someone dies, or when they feel like it, they just possess someone.
Well, I made the comparison last episode to the Stand Judgment, where if you have an injury, it can just get into your body.
I hate you, Liam.
I think the Deadites, I think they are far worse than anything like The Walking Dead, because it doesn't matter whether
you can at
you're
least kill
dead.
the zombies.
Yeah, but it's not even that. It doesn't matter whether you're alive or dead. They can get you. Like,
also, zombies in The Walking Dead rot away over time.
They do, yeah.
Because doesn't The Walking Dead take place over a span of year of like 7 years or something?
Something fucking ridiculous, and they don't even find out that that's the case for the virus until like season 4 of like the comics / the TV series. It's like they don't find out for ages that like the no matter how you die, no matter how you die, you become a zombie. Like,
I think the way the Walking Dead virus works is it's a reference to Return or Dawn of the Dead, where it's like a space virus or something.
Oh yeah, sorry, spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen Walking Dead, by the way. Just because that's quite a big plot twist.
No one watched that show by the end.
No, it did kind of get. I mean, it's still going, like, and no one is watching it.
Yeah, it's like Game of Thrones by the end of it. No one watched it.
Oh no, people definitely watched Game of Thrones. They got very pissed off by the end.
Yeah, there's probably but... I think my mom still watches The Walking Dead, but I think that's it.
Yeah. Anyway,
just your mother. That's the entire audience of The Walking Dead.
She's single-handedly funding The Walking Dead.
Single-handedly funding The Walking Dead. Can that please be the title?
Anyway, from The Walking Dead to The Evil Dead.
The better series, by the way. Dab.
Yes. Did you just say dab?
Yeah.
Have you seen my profile picture?
No, I tell you what, I'm done with the podcast. This is where I leave. Goodbye.
Just mutes himself.
Yeah, have fun doing the rest of this without me. I'm out.
I mean, have you seen my... Liam knows I'd like to say dab. Yes.
Yeah, and one of these days I'm going to smack you upside the head for it.
Just as a side, I love how one of our hosts during the live stream was like, "Did you just say fucking dab?" Like, yeah.
So this is the second time you've been criticized for being a cringe fest.
I don't fucking care, dude.
We have gone on a fucking tangent, by the way.
People watch this show for the tangent anyway.
This is the name of the episode, The Dab Tangent.
Yes! No, elephant cock dab tangent.
Yes!
Oh, no. That's horrendous.
Anyway, so on to episode 4. So it starts with Amanda about to be murdered by Lionel. And then Ruby comes in and quickly kills Lionel. Or at least pins him against the wall. And then
with the Kandarian dagger, I think.
Yeah, and then I think kicks him in the head and busts his head open like a watermelon.
No, she just like what is she? I think she cuts off his head, I believe, and she just drops it on the floor, and then it starts laughing at her, so she just stomps on it.
No, he was about to blab about her being a dark one.
Mm.
And then he killed her, or she killed him.
Yeah.
And then she's like, she basically tricks Amanda by saying, "Hey, I'm one of the good guys. This Ash guy killed my entire family."
Who are you? Honey, I'm your new best friend.
So then we smash cut to our heroes in their new home.
Heroes, numerous air quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, where do Pablo and Kelly sleep? Do they sleep in the car while Ash sleeps in his trailer?
I mean,
knowing Ash,
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he made them sleep on the lawn.
Knowing the fact that Ash is just raging.
He has no lawn. He's in a fucking camper van.
I mean, knowing Ash and the fact that he is like a raging racist, he probably does make Pablo sleep outside. Like, it's just.
Or Kelly. You never know. But anyway, so they're driving down the highway. Talking about, I believe they're trying to go to Pablo's grandfather, uncle.
Oh, yeah, the shaman.
Brujo.
The shaman, Brujo. Yeah, the Bruja, yeah.
El Brujo. He's the only, because after Lionel died, Pablo's like, hey, he probably knows about dark shit.
Oh, but by the way, I'm going to sound really stupid for this, but that's Spanish? Is that Spanish?
What? The Brujo?
Bruja. Yeah, is that Spanish?
It's probably sounds Spanish like Jefe does.
Okay.
Well, the thing is, Jefe does actually translate. It would translate to roughly the chief. So, in essence, they're just
about,
might
actually mean shaman.
it's really badly if you consider it a really bad translation, he's essentially being called the king.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, apparently, I just ran it through Google Translate just to see. Apparently, it's Spanish for sorcerer.
Oh, okay, there we are. So it is Spanish. So I'm not as stupid as I thought I was. Okay.
Oh Jesus, my Discord died for a second. Sorry.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay.
It had a stroke.
Too much Spanish.
So anyway, they're driving down the highway, and the Kandarian demon shows up because I think it's been tailing them since they left the strip mall.
And it's just a Makuta, fart cloud.
Yeah, and I love when the fucking minivan or something drives past the car and it just flips it and just fucking explodes.
Chip,
okay,
put a picture, put a gif of put a video of the Kandarian demon on screen, but just like
actually
have it be green and superimpose Makuta's face onto it.
Chip, here's what you do: get the sand face from the mummy.
Oh no!
It's literally that. It's literally the sand face.
The thing is, right?
Now morph Makuta's face into Galactus's face.
Oh no!
He has no face in that movie.
That's
so
the joke.
The only thing, while we're talking about the Kandarian demon, sorry, this is the only thing I did not like about the series is that
it has no form.
No, is that they showed it. Like, I don't like that. I think it was way more effective when you couldn't see it.
It being like some dumbass-looking demon thing.
Yeah, but it just, I don't know, I just look at it and it just reminds me...
What if it was just like that, what if it was just like that flying Deadite from the end of Evil Dead 2?
Yeah, but the thing is, it was always going to be more scary not knowing what it was.
True.
Like, it was
you
always
still
going
don't
to be like...
know what it was.
No, but it looks like the fucking smoke demon from Lost, and that just ruins it entirely.
It's just air, I think.
To be fair, yeah, it is pretty much just like the demon itself is obviously not the cloud. It's just the dust that's being kicked up from the ground as whatever it actually is.
I'm sorry. The earth. No, I'm sorry. Where the fuck are you living where you get green dust?
Yeah.
It was
green.
I made the joke that it was green, but it's not actually green.
It is green, isn't it?
It was greenish grey.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I think the Kandarian demon is just like a giant Deadite that doesn't have a body.
It's just a fart cloud.
Anyway,
it's just Makuta Pterodax without his form.
Ravaged by Braps.
So anyway, Ellie or Pablo, I don't remember which one, asks, like, how the hell are we supposed to get away from that thing? And Ash simply says, flip that switch for me. He's like, what the hell is that? This is nitrous.
Oh, yeah.
You just fucking speed down the road with the fucking nitro. I don't even know how I don't even think I know how nitrous works, but I'm not going to question it.
I wouldn't know. I'm from the UK, and that stuff's very illegal here. So
I think it's illegal in America as well. I think you can only use it in NASCAR. But anyway, so they speed down the road to get to the Beaverhouse house because Pablo says the Beaverhouse has shit that'll basically ward off evil spirits. And to cut it short, they get there, the Kandarian demon slams against an invisible barrier and fucks off.
Yeah.
And they enter the Beaverhouse property, which looks fucking terrifying. Like,
yeah, it's your typical stereotypical voodoo hut.
Yeah, there's like.
Did I just say typical, stereotypical? What the fuck?
Yes.
Having been to many voodoo huts, it is pretty accurate.
I mean, have you been to Louisiana?
I've not been to the States. Actually, that's a lie. I have been to the States.
Second time you've mentioned Louisiana and demons in this episode.
I don't know. I think the joke in America is that Louisiana is full of superstitious weirdos.
I mean, to be fair, I've been to the States once, and it's not far off. I've been to Florida, so
Florida is.
Yes,
but have you been to Jacksonville?
I have not been to Jacksonville.
Florida and Louisiana, famous for their voodoo
Yeah, why
huts.
does he want to go to Jacksonville? Jacksonville's a shithole.
Why does he want to go there?
Thank you.
It's just so I think they just thought it would be funny if you thought you were just going to go to Jacksonville, Florida, instead of, like, I don't know, Miami or something, or Savannah, Georgia or something.
To be fair, why the fuck would you ever go to Miami? Shit.
Why would you ever go to Florida? That place is a shithole in general.
Because Florida's
to be
the best
fair,
state,
you have
and I
to
will
have
not
a
hear
really
otherwise.
high IQ to understand Florida.
Florida is the
been to
best state,
Florida.
and I won't hear otherwise. Florida
I've
is
been
the
to
best
Florida.
state.
It's a fucking shithole.
Florida
It's the best
is
state.
Florida is literally the only state I've been to, so
It's a very muggy shithole with, like, I think it's 90% swamp.
yeah. Well, that's what I always say about it. Is like as soon as you get out of like Miami and Jacksonville and Tampa, you're just in swamp.
Yeah, like the Everglades is like the entire state. Apparently, when they built like Walt Disneyland, they had to bulldoze like a few acres of fucking swamp.
Probably that's the only place I've been is Disneyland. That's literally the only place I've
Gator
been.
time.
I mean, yeah, there was that kid that got eaten by a gator, but let's move on.
I'm sorry, what?
There was a kid at Disney World, Florida, who got eaten by a gator because his parents weren't paying attention to him.
I'm
Like,
how
you
shocked.
know-
Did a gator get into Disneyland?
You know that-
Because it's
like
built on a swamp.
Well, you know that big there's like a big like lake area that leads out into like the Everglades, and just a gator apparently randomly swam up or something, because they live around that area.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty stupid, so I'm surprised that kid wasn't me.
I mean, to be fair, they did step up security. That was like 2014, I think.
Yeah, I went in like 2002.
Oh, I mean, it could be worse. You could be going to river country and getting in a brain-eating amoeba.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm not gonna go off on a tangent, but I watch a lot of like abandoned shit about
River
abandoned
country
stuff,
is
and
a terrifying place.
yeah,
I have
It's
no
like
idea what
stuck
you're
in
on
like
about.
it's stuck in like the 1980s, I think. It's really
Yeah,
weird.
well, I'm from
There's
Wales.
also-
You know, we're like 200 years behind the rest of the world.
Also,
Don't worry.
before we go on, there's also that very famous creepypasta about that guy going to river country and finding it's very haunted. Anyway, let's move on. So they go to the Brewhouse house, and Kelly is very sick. We don't know why. Well, we know because we watched the show. She's been possessed by the demon. It somehow
she just goes up
into her.
She just walks up to one of the statues that Brujo has.
It has a
just
seizure,
starts,
I
like,
think.
it just starts like she just keeps hearing like whispering in her head, and then I guess she just completely loses control and is taken over by the demon because apparently that's where she blacks out.
Yeah, she just.
I mean,
I think,
to be fair, that kind of seems like the exact opposite thing that Totem was meant to do.
I mean, I think it was able to get in past the barrier because it was in a human form.
Oh,
It's kind of like in Rick and Morty, where it's like the evil Rick, where he has like this fucking citadel full of. Remember, like the dome full of fucking Mortys.
Yeah.
Remember? It's kind of like it's a barrier basically. Like use the Morty rays to contradict the Rick rays.
Deadite rays.
Yeah, true. Well, it isn't a Deadite; it's just a demon.
True.
But anyway, so
Just
Pablo
a
goes
demon.
So Pablo talks to the Brujo, and the Brujo is very upset with him because he basically left him there to die on his farm.
Isn't
It's his uncle.
Bruja? Bruja? Not Brujo.
No, it's Brujo.
Oh, it's Brujo. Okay.
Yeah, the Brujo. But the Brujo is upset with Pablo because he basically left him when he was like 15, I think.
Yeah.
Also, the joke is that he's from somewhere in Central or South
Latin America.
Central or South America. Yeah.
Yeah.
Latin America. He's ambiguously from there. I think in the first episode he says he's from Honduras.
Yeah.
And he's like, just to go back to that, he's like, from here to Honduras, I saw some shit. And he's like, wait, Honduras? He says from Jersey. Yeah, I'm from Jersey. I mean, I was from there.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's never quite explained where he's
I
from.
love how the entirety of Pablo's backstory is specifically set up to complement Ash's racism.
I mean, I'm
it's
not being funny. He is called Pablo, which is the most stereotypically Latin American name they could have possibly had. Like,
Yeah, it's like Javier Escuela from fucking Red Dead.
yeah,
Like the Mexican guy.
yeah.
But anyway, it would only also just a little spoiler. Ash and Pablo's sort of stories kind of intermingled up, like their destinies intermingle. Just gonna say that.
What?
Ash needs his Pablo, and Pablo needs Ash. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay.
But anyway, that gets revealed in season 3. But anyway, so
I think to be fair, okay. Sorry, I was just going to say, I think to be fair, they do say something along those lines in the first season.
I believe, basically the Beaverhouse wanted Pablo to basically take up his mantle after he died.
Yeah.
But
anyway, yeah,
so
yeah.
He goes to do drugs with Pablo's uncle.
Of course
Ash,
he does.
I mean, he has acid trip.
No, it's not acid. It's not. No, it's not acid. It's ayahuasca. It's ayahuasca.
Oh yeah, ayahuasca. That's right.
Which is far worse.
It's super acid. Yeah, he does ayahuasca.
I wouldn't know. I didn't know what it was.
Both me and Dylan have essentially smoked ayahuasca, and I can tell you that is not a fun time.
Yeah, ayahuasca is intense. I had more
Do
than Levi.
tell. I feel like there's a story for a tangent here.
Oh, there definitely is a story, and now this episode is no longer going to be able to be sent to any of my family. But,
It's Evil Dead!
But, yeah, ayahuasca. We smoked, ayahuasca.
No.
Well, we smoked DMT.
We smoked
DMT.
Dylan has smoked DMT. I've smoked changa, which is the smokable form of ayahuasca.
Okay.
So you're saying you've done drugs? Okay, great example.
Well, but it is fucking intense, man. This shit is not stuff that you mess around with. It is very intense.
It's very strong. That's why I even think even in the episode, the Beaverhouse is like, this is like, you don't do this recreationally.
No, you don't. You absolutely do not. I mean,
you do that for a spirit journey.
I mean, Levi's got me saved. What have you got me saved as on Facebook?
Oh, fuck.
Is it 7th Dimensional Lasagna?
Oh, no.
What?
This will make sense, don't worry. Or it won't, because you haven't taken it, but whatever. But he's got me saved or something like that, because we did it, and as I came out of it, he was like, oh, how was that? And I was like, I felt like I was inside a 7th Dimensional Lasagna. And he had no fucking clue what I was on about until he did it himself, and then he knew exactly what I was on about.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense if you've done it.
Okay.
It's like,
oh my god,
you have to explain this.
I can. You can't.
You can't explain a drug trip, Liam. That's the point.
You can. Like Levi had no idea what I was on about until he did it, and then he was like, "Oh, I understand." Like
I have not done drugs. I'm not even kidding. I've not done any because I'm a good boy. Shut up.
Dab.
Anyway, it's like, I mean, I hate you. I was about to say dab actually, but anyway. So it's just something you can't explain. Like it's just a feeling.
No, with DMT, it's not even a feeling. You are like, your entire brain is transported to another fucking realm. Like, dude, it's like,
I'm not kidding.
Florida?
I am not kidding. 1 second, you are looking at like a wall or whatever is in the room around you,
and then you're in a kaleidoscope.
The next second, you're looking at the 7th dimension.
Cannot
lasagna.
See any of it.
No, like honestly, it's fucking mental because 1 second you're fine, and the next you're in a kaleidoscope. Like,
yeah. It's fucked.
It's scary.
Anyway,
it's actually pretty scary shit. I don't recommend it.
Essentially drops acid with Pablo's
We
uncle.
just had this discussion. It's not acid.
I said essentially. Shut up. I know it's ayahuasca, but I'm just saying that
he
to
drops
our viewers.
giga acid.
Yeah. And he goes on the spirit journey of his life. Well, first he sees Pablo's uncle eat an eyeball.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's so gross.
This show has an obsession with eyeballs, and I do not appreciate it.
I think the eyeball was just like a grape or something that they just did. Or it could have been a real eyeball, who knows? But anyway, knowing Sam Raimi, it could have been. But anyway, so Ash essentially has a nightmare, acid, like ayahuasca. He drops ayahuasca, but So
really?
at first I think he goes in like a black void or something, and then he like digs his way out of a grave with his eyes sewed shut with like a bunch of deadite ashes trying about to kill him.
Oh yeah, forgot
And
about
then the brew host like, he's like, "What do you do, Ash?" He's like, "Shoot first, ask questions never," or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they just
No, it's not. No, I'm sorry. No, I have to interrupt you because it's not ask questions never. It's shoot first, think never. It's think never.
Yeah, just do it. Just do it. That's why he's been alive for so long. But
By not thinking.
Yeah, he doesn't think at all. Like I think Elagos fucking with his brain did nothing to him. It's like Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Country Returns. You know that, Liam? Where the thing tries to hypnotize him, but it does nothing because he's stupid.
Yeah.
But anyway,
we just need to put that on screen. That's fucking great.
That was so funny.
Was Donkey Kong Country Returns still Rareware?
No, Rareware was dead by then, I think, actually.
Ah,
no, they're still just owned by Microsoft.
Donkey Kong still exist.
Was Retro.
Yeah, Retro Studio. That's right. They were the guys who made Sonic Boom.
Oh fuck!
What? No, they weren't.
No, they weren't. No, Sonic Boom was fucking
Bigger Button and Retro Studios.
No, it absolutely wasn't Retro Studios.
I could have sworn What Happened mentioned them during the Sonic Boom episode, but whatever.
No.
Let's move on. I'm just stupid. Anyway, so then Ash sees his favorite place on Earth, Jacksonville, Florida, while drinking a beer with his best friend Eli, the bearded dragon with the mouth of, I think, Ted Raimi.
I mean, he's just clearly a fan of the greatest football team in America, the Jacksonville Jaguars. But
why is he? Actually, is it? I don't think it's ever revealed why he wants to go to Jacksonville. I think it's just he's an idiot and thinks Florida is just like every place in Florida is a beautiful.
No, it
place.
was revealed. It was revealed that like that was where he originally had tickets to go with.
Oh yeah.
By the way,
yeah. I suppose we go to Jacksonville anyway.
Yeah, that's where he
tickets with Linda.
Yeah. Just quickly, Dylan,
yeah, that's where he was going to go with his friends.
You just mentioned that Jacksonville's team is the Jaguars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did find out in my research afterwards that El Jefe was also the name given to a particular Jaguar. So that might also be a reference to.
Maybe.
I think Sam Raimi is a fan of football.
I mean, going off
Or
a little
Jaguars
bit of a
football or baseball.
They're football. Well, what you call football, not real football. But
American football.
But on a little bit of a tangent about sport, my favorite thing ever that I learned was like obviously the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. Obviously the show, it was huge in like the 80s or whenever it came out.
Oh, you mean the one about the anthropomorphic ducks?
It was supposed to be about. There was a cartoon, wasn't there, that were anthropomorphic ducks, but there was a live action movie before that.
Yeah, the Mighty Ducks about a bunch of kids.
The Mighty Ducks about the kids, and I always assumed that it was based on the team because obviously there's a real team, the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. They're a real NHL team. But I always thought they were based on the team. Apparently not. Apparently Disney created that team, that actual real-life NHL team, because of the movies. Which is fucking mental, that Disney
also,
just
we
went,
should do a review on the Mighty Ducks at some point. It's so weird.
Yeah, it really is. But it just makes me laugh that Disney would just say, fuck it, we'll just put a team in the NHL.
We need to look at the Mighty Ducks after we look at fucking Bubba Hotep.
Have a look at what?
I love... Just a summary of that movie. Bruce Campbell plays a retired Elvis, like actual Elvis, who's still alive. and it is about Elvis fighting basically the mummy from the Universal Mummy movies, who is trying to take over the world and does it by sucking people's souls out of their assholes.
You said that before. I thought you were just taking the piss.
This is a real movie. You can look it up. It's a great movie.
That sounds absolutely incredible.
It's amazing. It's a really good movie, actually. Like, I don't think there's been a bad movie that Bruce Campbell's been in.
Except all of them. No, I'm kidding.
But also, he was apparently Ronald Reagan in Fargo.
Sorry, what? Ronald? I'm so fucking lost.
He played Ronald Reagan in Fargo. Yeah, in the TV show. In the TV show. There's a Fargo TV show, by the way.
As in, weed is the most dangerous drug to ever exist, Ronald Reagan.
Yes, because the show takes place in like the 70s, I think.
Okay, I just want to point out that you're not entirely out of line asking us to talk about Bubba Hotep, because apparently Bubba Hotep had a crossover comic with Evil Dead.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, have you just set a link? I need to see this shit.
Yeah, I just put it in Recording General. It'll be on screen.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
I love it.
Also, I love how after like all the comics are called Army of Darkness because they thought Evil Dead would get banned from like comic shops or whatever. I don't know.
Possibly.
I mean, I doubt it. The Punisher's been around for like 40 years.
Well, it doesn't have evil or dead in the title. It's just the Punisher. Oh my god.
That is incredible. I love all of that. You know when you see something that you didn't realize you needed?
After this recording, I'll try and find a torrent of Bubba Hotep so we can all watch it together.
I never ever thought that I would need Ash Williams fighting Deadites alongside Elvis, but my god, I absolutely needed that.
Ash is basically the modern day Elvis.
I think if we do ever get to this, we should cover it at the same time as we do the other Army of Darkness comics.
That's gonna be a pain in the ass, dude. There's so many of them.
Yeah, there really is.
There's like 80 or something.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I mean, for comics, that's not really a lot.
A lot of them are bad. Like, a lot of them are bad.
Well, the thing is, for comics, it actually is a lot, because the majority of comics, like,
it's cheaper to make a comic book than it is to make a movie, especially.
And the thing is, outside of, like, Marvel or DC, most comics actually wrap up. Like, the thing is, Marvel and DC is what people think of when you mention the word comic, but they never end.
Maybe you'll also think of IDW and possibly Image now.
Yeah, well, IDW, obviously, they did the Army of Darkness ones, and they've done fuckloads. But yeah, they've done shitloads. They're great. I love IDW.
Also, I love in the first comic cover, it shows the fucking Deadite trying to... No, it's...
Again? Really?
Hello?
Oh, actually, I think I know what he was going to talk about. If you look at the cover for the first comic, there's just a Deadite with a fucking Zimmer frame. Oh no, sorry, that's Elvis with the Zimmer frame.
He also has a walker in the second comic cover. Oh yes, and in both actually. He's just wielding the walker.
He's just.
Why does I love this one, by the way. I have several questions about this one.
Fuck it up. Why is he so fat? I mean, I know he's Elvis, but...
Is he literally Elvis?
Yeah. I think...
Levi's just going through the 12 steps of grief, trying to understand this.
I think in Bubba Hotep, it's either implied that Elvis didn't die,
it stars Bruce Campbell as Elvis Presley.
Yeah, we've already been through this.
I think it's Elvis faked his own death or something in that
universe. Now a resident in a nursing home.
It's so good. The movie is so good. It's so funny.
That is ridiculous.
Anyway, I'm sorry about that. I had to get food.
Anyway, we have gone on a fucking large tangent.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah,
we're fucking watching it.
Oh yeah,
like 4 hours long. We need to.
Sorry?
Okay, here's the plan, guys. We find a torrent. We all watch together in VC.
I probably can't, man. Sorry.
Oh,
my schedule is so unpredictable. Like, this is
that's
pretty much
fine,
the
dude.
only time I can, like, guarantee that I've got time
But
off.
anyway, sorry, continuing. So he talks to Eli, and basically, after talking to Eli, he finds Elagos in his mind because Kelagos.
Sorry. Just one question. You know when, like, Elagos fucks with their head? That doesn't seem to have any lasting effects on anyone.
I think it's because it doesn't happen for too long. I think
I'm pretty sure when you're melting someone's brain, it doesn't need to happen for that long.
I don't think it's melting it. I think it's just disconnecting the nerve endings, and I think.
Oh, that's better.
Like, I think
okay, so what? One last random aside, but I was still just looking up stuff on Google for Bubba Hotep.
Oh god.
I found this GIF, and I really need this movie now. Put this on screen.
Groovy!
Eat the dog dick of Anubis, you asswipe.
What the fuck is this?
I don't know what is happening, but
Also,
I need to witness more of it.
Also, I would love it if that was the actual hieroglyphic for a dick. That would be incredible.
All right. Well, this is a search that's going down.
Are you actually looking at the hieroglyphic?
Penis hieroglyph.
I found the toy. I found the toy for Bubba Hotep.
Yeah. It is.
It is?
Groovy!
Pretty much. Yeah.
My god, we never evolved, did we? Like we just you go past any high school and you're gonna see that symbol. Like,
I mean, how else are you gonna represent a penis?
we just never evolved. We're still fucking children.
Let's move on. So Ash is trying to kill Elagos from the encouragement of Eli. And he doesn't realize that he's in real life choking out Kelly. And I think if Kelly dies, Elagos dies as well.
Mm.
But then Pablo and the Brujo come in and stop Ash right before he's about to crush her neck.
Oh, Google, no, stop.
But yeah, I found Bubba Hotep, the torrent. It's in the thing.
Yeah.
We should watch this.
You mean you found the completely legitimate DVD of Bubba Hotep that you bought for all of us in stores?
I found the VHS tape.
Yes.
The other day I actually found the laser disc for Evil Dead 2.
I'm sorry, but I'm from West Wales. We haven't invented VHSs yet. Do you have it on like a stone tablet or anything? Like that?
I have it on Laserdisc.
Fucking hell, Laserdisc.
Groovy!
Or Betamax.
Oh no.
I mean, what's wrong with Betamax? They're basically smaller VHS tapes.
I don't think they ever kicked off in the UK, not properly anyway.
I think Laserdisc were big. Relative. I mean, they were big, but I mean, like.
I mean, I know what Betamax is, but I never had one. Like, we just kind of went. I only know.
Unironically, I found out about these formats from fucking Regular Show.
All right, yeah, no, we just like when I was a kid, we just jumped straight from like VHS to like Laserdisc. So we
wasn't
never
it the other way around?
VHS to DVD. We kind of.
I was gonna say, how the fuck old are you?
No, sorry, we jumped from like
when we used the DVDs in our DVD player.
No, sorry, I was confusing Laserdisc and DVD. No, we just jumped from, like, because VHSs I only used when I was really young, but then we jumped to DVD. We never really had Betamax.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. So, Kelly says that Ash was possessed with a demon. And the Brujo and Pablo believe her. and they lock him up in the shed. Or the barn, or whatever. Where they tie him to a post.
Yeah.
Because
and the
everyone is stupid in this. Oh, yeah. This is great.
Remember the chicken? Remember when he cuts the chicken?
Well, that's in episode 4.
No, whatever.
Oh,
anyway,
God, we're still only on episode 3.
It's the next episode.
We're still only on episode 3.
We're on 5. We're on 5 now.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
We're halfway there.
I thought this was episode 4.
Brujo was episode 4. The host is episode 5.
Oh, duh. But anyway, so as Ash is tied up in the thing, Pablo is trying to build him a robot hand out of a bunch of video games. That I
love it because the way they build the things they build this hand out of makes almost as little sense as the montage of building the hand in Army of Darkness.
I love that it is a power glove so much. I cannot express how much. And if any of you have ever actually used a power glove, you know those things are soft as fuck. That would just not make a good hand. But I love it so much that it is a power glove. That is my absolute favourite. And Hazomi is dead again.
And what? Why?
Ah!
Bruh, just tell people you're doing something.
They won't leave me alone. Have you... anyway,
close your door and tell people
I don't have a lock!
Busy.
It's broken!
Set up a trap.
I mean, my room was dirty as shit. Like,
rat trap contraption on your door.
Just put a bucket of glue above the door frame.
And have a bucket of feathers, okay?
Just go to Walmart and buy a claymore.
I could also do what they did in Home Alone, where just heat up the fucking the doorknob.
Doorknob, yeah.
But anyway,
anyways,
yeah.
As I was saying, so I mean, yeah, Liam, what are you talking about? Have you never built a robot arm out of an Atari 2600 controller?
No, it's a power glove, isn't it? It's an NES power glove. I'm sure it is.
I think it's based off a power glove, but it's using a bunch of components from a bunch of other video games that the Brujo for some reason had.
I wasn't paying that much
attention.
This is all just random shit. This is all just random shit from inside Ash's trailer.
No, I think no. He said he found them in the shed.
Oh,
but I think it's just because Pablo used to live there, and there's just a bunch of video games for some reason. But yeah, and Eligos is trying to seduce Pablo to probably possess him, or either possess or kill him. And he's doing it in a very obvious way, but Pablo is very innocent.
He is, baby.
Like,
baby Pablo.
She says, it says at one point, you can do whatever you want to me, and he's like, you can kiss me wherever you want. He's like, I'm gonna kiss you right here, and puts his finger on her forehead. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, even the demon's like, you fucking serious?
He's just a nice guy, and not like the way Ash is a nice guy.
Oh yeah, we also kind of glossed over the fact that Ruby and Amanda are now driving around with Ash's severed hand being used as a compass.
Yes.
Which for some reason is still in somewhat recognizable shape. You think after 30 years it would just be
what I don't get is that it kind of it like degrades faster over like 5 episodes than it has 30 years.
I think
it also functions as like a compass.
GPS.
Yeah, but what the fuck has it been doing for 30 years?
I think it's just been in like the woods or something.
Well, and it's just scuttling around catching birds.
Ruby implied
strangling birds.
Ruby implied that she had it the entire time, and it only just became animated around the same time that Ash read from the book.
In what? A fucking pickled jar? Like, what did you keep it in? Like a fucking pickled jar? Like a witch doctor? What's like...
Oh, also, why the hell would the demon go back to the hand? Like, it knows...
Because it's Ash's hand.
It's the only way they can find it.
Ruby might have just told the demon, hey, or like she just shoved the demon inside the hand.
Also, I want to make just two little notes, because we haven't made it very clear, obviously, that Pablo has a thing for, I can't think of her name right now, help me.
Kelly.
Pablo...
I said in the first, few minutes, and
okay.
Pablo's crush, Kelly.
Yeah, okay, so Pablo definitely has a thing for Kelly. And also, when that hand showed up, there was something very deep inside of me that was just pure nostalgia. That was just like...
It looked like a rotting pizza.
You are a foul individual.
And I like how Ruby tries to explain
you have a medical disorder.
I like how Kelly not Kelly. Ruby tries to explain how the universe works. She's like, did you know how you breathe as a baby or something like that? He's like, no. It's like, well, I gotta treat the universe the same way. Just stuff happens because it does.
Yeah, I like that. I thought that was quite cool.
That's a decent enough, thought about... That's a very scary thought about the universe, though. It just happens because it wants to.
It's very true. When you're a baby, you're not thinking about breathing. You're just breathing.
Yeah. You also aren't thinking about breathing.
You don't give a shit how it works. It just does.
If you think about breathing, you're probably something mentally wrong with you. Not even gonna lie.
Oh, I struggled for a long time thinking about breathing. There was genuinely a period of about, 3 months where I had to manually breathe.
Why?
Because I got too hung up on the idea of breathing. What the fuck did you do when you were sleeping? I don't fucking... Eventually your brain just has to switch off, but yeah.
He hooked up a scuba tank to his nose.
It's the actual worst. But yeah, when the hand showed up,
and now Levi has tubes up his nose.
But no,
like an old lady.
When the hand showed up, I was very much like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Nerdgasm?
Absolutely. Actually, no, just regular gasm.
Okay, so it isn't like Lyle when he reads the book.
No.
He looked like he creamed his pants. Anyway, sorry. So, I don't remember exactly what happens next, but I think it's the demon keeps trying to seduce Pablo.
And she tries to make him take a bong. She tries to make him take a bong hit out of a shotgun.
Oh yeah.
She put the shotgun shell inside the other barrel. That's a very.
No, she was hiding the shotgun shell in her hand and gonna ram it up him. No, she puts it in the barrel when he goes to take
it in the other barrel and was gonna put the lighter over it until it burnt the primer and shot him in the face.
But eventually she gets just so fed up with Pablo's indecisiveness and babiness that she just, spills the beans and reveals she's a demon.
Fuck you.
Also, can I just say that taking a hit through a shotgun barrel is quite possibly one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yeah. But yeah, we also forgot about the scene where the Brujo is desperately trying to save Ash's soul, but he doesn't realize that Ash is normal.
I do love as well because you can barely understand him because he's gagged, obviously. But I love the.
Does it call him a fucking idiot at one point?
Yeah, I love when if you listen really closely, some of the stuff that Ash is saying through that is fantastic.
He's like, "I'm not a demon, you fucking idiot."
There's just so many good ones,
one of my favorite lines from the episode is I needed my ritual knife and not the bread knife. I paid too much money for the bread knife.
Yeah.
This show is so fucking funny. I love it. It is so good.
It is fantastic.
This is what television should strive to be like.
And it's able to go from
scary to funny.
From fucking funny to hideously terrifying within a second.
Oh yeah. Also, your favorite character shows back up by the end of this episode, Levi.
What? Oh, the brain tickler.
Eligos. Yeah. So eventually,
the brain tickler.
The demon eventually tries to, I think, rip Pablo's throat out or something, and they hear the screaming from the RV. They come in, and they apprehend Kelly and tie her to the same post Ash was tied to. And again, they try to do the exorcism, and it doesn't work because the demon is too strong. One of the glorious scenes.
Yeah, the demon's too strong. The demon's too strong, but can I just reinforce this is one of the weakest demons?
Yeah, the demons are terrifying monsters. That's why they're locked in hell.
Fucking horrific. But yeah, carry on.
One of the grossest scenes has to be either when the demon makes Kelly piss herself, or when she fucking, like, breaks her own teeth and spits it out at Ash.
Oh, yeah.
No, the worst part is where where the demon's making her slam her head against the post like 17 times.
There's also the scene where she just moans creepily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was
Pablo.
probably the closest scene to, like, anything from the remake. Like,
There's
that
also
whole bit.
the scene where the demon is like, Ash, I'm fine, please, just kill me. You know, the demon is going to try and take control of me. Just bury me and put a cross over my grave.
Yeah.
And Ash is like, Kelly's Jewish. And the demon's like, ha 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 ha. Just fucking with him because, you know, it's demon.
To be fair, it does show kind of that Ash is growing as a person.
He's becoming a better person with his friends.
Mm.
Quote unquote better person.
He's
we never
around the edges.
We never said he'd be a good person. We're just saying he's getting better.
One thing I like about this show is it's the most human version of Ash Williams.
Yeah.
Because he isn't a cowering bitch or a macho Superman. He's just a normal human being from
he's a normal human being pretending to be a macho. Who by some fucking ridiculous luck manages it.
I think in season 3 they reveal like Ash has been terrified of everything they've done for the entire show.
Right, okay, right. You said he's not like a quivering bitch, right? But like I like to consider that I'm someone who will like try new things and I don't get scared by much.
You won't,
whatever, right? But like if I was in that situation, I would curl up in a corner and cry. Like
Ash is completely terrified of this entire situation. He just hides it behind a veil of I don't give a fuck.
No, I'm on about the original movie. Like, that would, like, that would, like, break me. I think that would break most people.
You'd be like Bobby Joe. You just run out of the cabin.
I think that's what makes Ash so amazing, is, like...
He fights through this. He's terrified, but he fights through it.
Because everyone likes to imagine they would be like Ash, but at the end of the day, 99% of people wouldn't.
They'd be like I don't
they'd be Deadite
one of the side characters.
Yeah, they'd be Deadite.
But
Ash is also, as a character... I have two favourite types of characters, really. One is the character that, even against, like, horrific, like, terrifying force, through sheer charisma they can tame it. And the other is just through complete lack of understanding of the situation, they somehow manage to fuck over, like, the universe into giving them victory.
So
and Ash is both of those together.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, we continue on, and Pablo says to the demon, you know, take over my soul, I won't fight, just please let Kelly live. And, the demon actually, I think, acquiesces and leaves her body to try and possess his. But the Brujo, I think, does an incantation which brings its physical form out.
Yeah.
So Ash can kill it.
And it just crawls out of her mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, that scene kind of reminded me of like a scene from Pan's Labyrinth.
Mm.
Oh, I hate you.
No, you know what it is.
It looks like the Pale Man.
It's that one SCP. It's that Where's Waldo SCP, where if you know where he is, it just like fucking spawns inside of you and crawls out of your mouth.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know you can't help it, but hearing you say Waldo instead of Wally made me cringe.
Okay, Waldo is the original one. Wally is the localization.
I don't care. It's always been Wally for me. Anyway. So the demon crawls out of her mouth in the most horrific fashion I have ever seen in any fucking film ever. And I'm trying to think what happens next. I don't have the notes in front of me. What happens after that?
Well, Ash.
One second, my food's just arrived.
He acts first, thinks never.
Ash remembers his own advice. Shoot first, think never. And in kind of like an antithesis of that, he sort of baits the demon into teleporting away and then aims his gun to where he thinks it's going to be.
Yeah, and it just
then
works
fires immediately as it pops back in and it explodes
also, Liam, I looked at the SCP
it explodes into green chunks.
Also, Liam, I found that
green chunks is a great place to return.
Yeah, it blows its head off and it explodes in basically like a doom demon.
Yeah, because I just love the fact that it works out for Ash. It's like Levi was saying, it's just the universe decides.
Liam,
that
I hate
this
you.
is
I found that
way.
SCP you were talking about. It's so
Which is
creepy.
So stupid that he doesn't understand that he's not supposed to be winning.
Also,
I just-
posted
Oh, that's fucking horrendous. Get that away from me.
Don't put it on screen, please don't.
Oh,
No, absolutely put it on screen.
Well, I found
you
Wally.
have seen far worse creatures than this.
I
Come
think
on.
the actual name of the SCP is
found
Find
him.
Him.
Yeah, because they don't want to get it sued.
Yeah, well, I found Wally.
I think it's actually they do in the file they call it Wally instead of Waldo.
Yeah.
I don't want to find Wally. Put him back.
Anyways, that's it for episode 5, and we are 2 hours in.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
we need to stop going on
Be 4
tangents because
hours?
it's like
I'm sorry.
it's no.
I mean,
it's-
to be
it's-
fair,
it's
the
cool,
last
we're all going
episode
on
was
tangents.
3, so
Yeah, but
that was,
like
that was 3
it's-
movies, but this is like 10 episodes, I think.
yeah.
for us, it's,
Which
it's
I estimated that it rounds out to about the same amount of content, because despite what you said in the last episode, most of the episodes are no longer than 25 minutes.
Yeah, I was wrong. I just forgot.
The first episode is like 48, but everything else for some reason varies between like 15 and 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
what it feels like to me is that they
Oh,
didn't
also, we
bother
forgot to mention-
constraining it to an episode. Like most TV shows, you
they
have
have a
to
length. They have a
you have to
standardized
fit it
length,
within
yeah.
a format so that it can comply with advertising on whatever channel it's.
But they did not get
This they just
advertising
went,
for
hey, the story for this episode's done. We don't need to pad it out. Hey,
Also,
it
we forgot
needs to be
mention-
like twice as long.
Also, we forgot to mention Elagos murdered the brew hall.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
The brew hall is dead, and they burned his body. That it becomes relevant very soon.
And Pablo gets the pendant.
His necklace.
Yeah.
By the way, Chip, cut this out. I'm just gonna go get a fucking lemonade, so I'll be right back.
Fantastic. But
You
yeah,
guys continue. I will be right back.
All right. Obviously, while this is all being cut out, you might as well cut this out as well, Trip. But we kind of need to get a move on with these because it's like 40 minutes it's 20 past 11 where I am.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's not you. We've all been going on tangents,
Yeah.
but
It's just a conversation with friends does that.
yeah, I know, but it wouldn't bother me except I'm in a block of flats, so I need to like start
Winding down.
winding down. Yeah.
Anyway, so the SCP I posted is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, I don't like.
I
that.
hate Liam for mentioning it, and I hope he dies.
Yeah,
He
well,
did
you
say-
mentioned Pan's Labyrinth, you cunt.
What's wrong with
Don't
Pan's
bring-
Labyrinth?
Look
It's
at
a great
Elagos.
movie.
Look at the Pale Man.
Don't bring that shit back into my brain.
Pan's Labyrinth is a fantastic movie, and
It
actually,
is.
and
It's
the
a
only,
fantastic movie that gets completely fucking ruined by the fact that the man who made it is a maniac.
Do you know what? When you say Pan's Labyrinth, it just upsets me because it reminds me that Silent Hills never happened.
Oof.
Pan's Labyrinth, the fucking scene with the eye creature on it, with the eyes in its hands, and it eats the
Yeah,
fairies.
that's the Pale Man.
That's the
Yeah, I
Pale
hate
Man,
it.
yeah.
I hate it so much.
It just really
Hey,
upsets
I
me.
watched that
It's
when
just-
I was 8, and it's the worst.
Hey guys, we're
Watch it
recording
when-
general.
Recording general. Okay.
There are very few things on this earth that I cannot watch for fear, and that is one of them. That is
Yeah,
burned
this
into
is
my
exactly
brain.
this is exactly why it broke my heart when Silent Hills got cancelled because it was him, the guy who made that, and
Hear about
fucking
the
Hideo
Toro.
Kojima. Like, so
Also,
It would've
fucking,
been
what's his name?
Norman Reedus.
No, not him. The Junji Ito.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Junji Ito as well. So it was like the three fucking greatest horror creators in like the world all working on one project, and then it just got fucked by Konami being Konami.
They don't like fun.
They really don't. What are you trying to send? Because it's broken for me.
Oh, it was a GIF of Eligos from Tumblr.
Yeah, it's broken for me too. It might be a Tumblr that you're...
Anyway, Liam said we should continue, so from this point on, I guess...
So
from this point on, I
Ruby
guess...
and
Chips,
Amanda, I believe, stumble upon the grave site. And they stumble upon the Brujo's farm, and find the place ransacked, and the Brujo burning to death, a dead body burning in a bonfire.
And they're immediately like, yes, Ash was here.
Yeah,
because the guy's dead.
I mean, it
the
is
guy's
true.
dead,
Like,
there's a bunch of tire tracks.
Everyone around Ash does kind of end up getting killed.
So, they search the house, they find nothing, they go back outside, and the Brujo has been turned into a dead... Yeah, and then the Brujo has been turned into a Deadite. And it is my favorite Deadite design from Season 1.
This is what I mean, whereas, like, the effects in this are really good because
it looks like the Art of Darkness demon.
They managed to make it look realistic, but they captured everything that was unsettling about the stop motion.
I do also like that it actually speaks Spanish as well. That's a nice touch.
I tell you what I really like is the fact that
how does the demon talk if it doesn't have vocal cords?
I tell you what I really like is the fact that with the special effects, they're really good when they want it to be really good, and they're really shit when they want it to be cheesy and funny.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of the time the blood splatters are so fucking over the top and so cheap.
It's like
it's Kill Bill. It's literally Kill Bill.
Yeah, but then
also,
you've got shit. You got shit like the brain tickler, which is like terrifying. So you know.
Oh yeah, look at recording general real quick as we continue. So Ruby is dragged into the bonfire by what's left of the Brujo, and they both die. And then Amanda, thankfully, she loses the hand. It crawls off after Ash, and somehow, I don't know how, thankfully the keys are still in the ignition of Ruby's car, and she speeds after the Oldsmobile. I don't know how she has to catch the Oldsmobile since that thing is pulling a several-ton trailer, and it's a piece of shit from like the 1950s. But I digress. Anyway, and we smash my dick. I said I digress.
No, you stopped short for a second, and it sounded like you said my dick.
I'm trying to remember what
I digress.
I'm trying to remember what happened.
He did not mention his.
I'm trying to speed us along so we don't go until like midnight.
Yeah.
So we smash cut to Ash and friends eating at a diner, and I'm pretty sure Ash hasn't eaten in about a few days because he just tears up his food. And he also sexually harasses the waiter or the waitress.
So he's just being Ash.
He's like, well, I don't have any money, but I know how I can repay you. He's like, that's my husband over there. Okay, meet you in the.
We keep this on the down low.
Meet you in the men's room.
Sexual harassment.
Yeah, I think they were about to call the cops before the Deadites showed up. Then Amanda shows up. She calls the police chief, I think, or the captain. I don't remember. But some high-ranking police officer comes, and while Ash is getting ready in the bathroom, I love the scene where he puts the whatever that shit is, like the tonic shit. He just crushes up a bunch of peppermints, and he's like, ah! He's like stinging him as he does it. Remember? Sorry. And Ash walks outside the bathroom, and I think Amanda puts her gun in his face. And she's about to arrest him with the other officer. And the evil comes. And my favorite scene from the entire series shows up. The diner fight. Where, I think it's, like, the window gets blown out, like, shards of glass go everywhere, people die. Oh, also, we completely forgot to mention, Ash's friend that shows up.
Ash's friend?
The alcoholic guy.
Yes.
Oh
Forgot about
yeah.
Because I'm staring at the GIF
Lem,
of Recording
yeah,
General.
Yeah, Lem.
Yeah, Lem. Basically, he talked to him because Lem joined the militia, and Ash wants to go to the militia to get weapons so they can finish off their journey.
Yeah.
And he
Also,
gets there and it's just like, yeah, this was a bad idea.
I also forgot to mention that, he tries to go home after the shit goes down. I also forgot to mention that Ash said, this is the end of the road. Like, to his friends, like, this is, like, the ghost speeders are over. Because I don't want you guys to die, and for me to have to kill you. He basically guilt trips them by saying, I don't want to have to kill you. Good friend, by the way. Great friend.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, the big fight happens, that kid gets shoved into a fan.
Yeah, that's horrendous.
I'm trying to remember what happens.
It's just brutal.
Ash,
it's not even
Well,
overly...
the main cop turns into a Deadite.
Well,
yeah,
the
it
thing
takes
is,
the kid off as he tries to run out.
You know, with the kid, it's not even like it's overly graphic or anything.
It's just you didn't expect it.
It's just, no, it's not even that. It's just brutal. Like, you can have brutality without being, like, super graphic. And I think that's a really good example of it.
Yeah, it's just unexpected, and you didn't expect them to kill a fucking kid.
Yeah, it's just brutal. It's great.
But, my favorite, one of my other favorite scenes comes up where Kelly is in the fucking kitchen. And she fucking grabs the waitress to become a Deadite and cuts her face off like her head open with a fucking, with a deli slicer.
And she's just like pounding her head in with a meat hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's specifically,
it's
a tenderizer, yeah.
Like the thing you make burgers with.
Because, like, I know this is established later, but, like, the whole she just wants to keep going, doesn't she? She just wants to kill
killed her
Deadites.
parents.
Yeah, she just wants to kill Deadites. Like, that's all she wants to do.
But,
and I'm pretty sure that's how they end off the episode too. It's just Ash finally brings Amanda onto the team
after she realizes, oh yeah, you're a murderous psychopath.
Yeah, and then we just end the episode with Kelly fucking hammering Nancy's head in.
Well, they were gonna say of Lem getting fucked up by a Deadite.
I don't think you ever see that.
No, that's the beginning of the next episode where he like runs in the woods and he like screams into the camera.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and smash cut to next episode. Like I said, Lem becomes possessed, goes back to his compound, and fucks over everyone. But we don't see that. That's just implied. But they set off into the woods looking for these fucking insane rednecks. Who apparently they think like the government or something poisoned Lem with like radio waves or something to become a zombie.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're very stereotypical right-wing, like nationalist weirdos. But in this situation, they're actually useful because they have weapons.
Yeah.
Except they're not useful because they refuse to use them when they're necessary.
Because they don't want to kill Lem because they think they can help him. But they also throw they steal all their guns and they shove fucking Amanda and Ash in the storm cellar.
They handcuff them together and throw them into the cellar with Ash. Or with
Lem,
rather.
To be fair,
yeah, that's where he's hiding.
Ash should have known that all you need to defeat the Deadites is a tinfoil hat.
And a boomstick. But Kelly and Pablo run through the forest, so the militiamen go after them. And we go back to
Oh my god, sorry, I've just had a revelation. That's how they could have dealt with all this whole brain tickling fiasco.
Yeah, I was about to say, if there is even a 1% chance that I can avoid a brain tickling by doing so, I will wear a tinfoil hat at all times.
But Amanda and Ash go and search for a way out, and they realize, oh, Lem's here. We're going. We don't have any weapons, and they realize that Lem, with the Deadite fucking with him, because Lem is an alcoholic. He doused himself with gasoline and I think moonshine, and he threatens to basically set himself on fire and blow them up. Because there's, like, kerosene and, like, fucking... There's kerosene, I think even dynamite down there. Because I think it's just, like, their storage area. We cut back to Kelly and Pablo running through the forest for their lives, because they're being hunted by a bunch of racists. There's even that one guy who looks like a fucking Nazi stormtrooper with the fucking helmet and the gas mask. But anyway, so one of their number of them gets turned into a Deadite and just fucks them all over as they're trying to basically kill them. And,
I love the Deadites' power levels. It's like, as long as you're not up against the main characters, you're really strong.
I mean, I think it's just luck, honestly.
It just seems like they can fuck everyone over except the main characters. If you're a main character...
It's like a D&D campaign.
Yeah. Plot device armor.
Yeah, plot armor. So, they kill a Deadite, like I said, the one with the gas mask and the helmet, and Pablo has to wear his outfit to fool the other guys.
And it's all, like, bloody and, like, disgusting.
Yeah, like they drive back over him, and like, his face and brain explodes, and you just see it smeared all over the gas mask. Yeah. It smells like death. Gross. It must smell like death.
Awful.
It looks like smeared ketchup.
It's fucking awful.
I'm hoping one of you guys like makes the funny because this might be a little boring. Just going through it without any jokes or anything.
Oh no, it's good.
Well, I mean,
you are the joke.
We do this literally every single time. We're like, yeah, do you know what? We have plenty of time to finish. And by halfway through, we're like, oh, we're a quarter of the way.
It's because we just like talking to each other.
We got plenty of time, and it's been 6 hours.
To be fair...
We have good chemistry.
To be fair, I enjoy these episodes, but, like, I'm just waiting to get to, like, the last two. Because that's where it, like...
Those are great.
That's where
this is like the second. This is like the third to last episode.
Yeah, this is like where the last two is like I've got loads to say about those last two. So
actually, no, I think this happens. This happens, and then the one where Amanda dies, and then the other two.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. No.
Who cares? Who cares?
They're all fucking dead. Spoiler.
Anyway.
Hey, I heard you like Dumbledore.
Want some Dobby?
Anyway, fucking Pablo and Kelly tie up the rest of the guys as Amanda and Ash are trying to fight off Lem, who has a flare, and I think is holding like a lantern, is holding like a is holding like a fucking jerry can full of fuel.
Yeah, like a nutter.
I mean, of course he's insane. He doesn't give a shit. But and I don't remember how they kill him exactly. Do you guys remember? I think they do have to shove the flare in his mouth, and he catches fire and explodes or something.
I mean, have we actually established if fire, if it's done in the later seasons? Just ignore this. But have we actually established if fire is any effective against Deadites?
I mean, that fire can destroy a corpse, yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, the Brujo.
Yeah,
that didn't stop them from possessing him.
That's a good point.
It's as effective as dismemberment given enough time.
I want to have a special shout out to the scene, though, where, like, Lem actually drinks kerosene.
Oh,
and
yeah.
breathes fire.
Yeah.
And they do the limbo.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I want to know how Bruce Campbell actually did that without breaking his back, because he's like 60-something years old.
Because he's Bruce Campbell, and we've already established he's made out of asbestos.
Yeah, I don't think... I find it hard to believe that Lem is actually dead after this, because all that they did was Amanda just, like, pickaxed him in the head.
Oh yeah, you're right. No. Why would that kill a perfectly healthy person? Like, of course.
Actually, I think
he was a Deadite.
I think it's what after they get out and like they get out of the cellar and they're about to beat the shit out of all the militia guys. Lem I think he crawls out of the cellar or something.
I mean, to be fair, even in the Deadite form, I think if you take a pickaxe to the back of the head without expecting it, it's gonna, like, throw you off. Having taken many pickaxes to the head. No, sorry. No, okay, go on.
As an expert in cranial impacts.
I am a professional retard. No, go on.
Oh my... Fuck.
Oh yeah, sorry, just to go off on a tangent, me and Levi were watching Simpsons clips, like old Simpsons. And some of the shit they said, I don't know how they got away with.
There's just a bit with Ralph Wiggum, where he, like, has an ice cream cone stuck to his head, and he just goes, I'm a unitard! Oh no.
For the ninth grade.
Oh yeah, it's incredible. What was the other one that you lost at?
Oh, him threatening his finger.
Oh yeah.
You betrayed me for the last time and take scissors to it.
Oh. That show is...
Anyway.
Yeah.
So we go on to episode 8?
No, we forgot the best ending for this episode, where, like, they realize that Ash realizes he has to go back to the cabin, because that's where it all started. And he leaves everyone behind, because he doesn't want them to die, I guess.
Because he doesn't want to lose his family.
I mean, to be fair...
We end off the episode with the hand crawling up to the cabin.
Yes.
I mean, to be fair to Ash, he's not got a very good track record of keeping people alive at the cabin.
He doesn't want to lose his new family.
He's got an incredible track record of keeping himself alive. Better than any other, some may say, but not the people with him.
No, in fact, I think he has literally got a 100%, every single time, without doubt, they die.
Past the bravado of his character, Ash Williams is a very tragic character if you look at him.
Oh yeah.
His life fell apart after that one incident back in 1981.
He's a more tragic character than we've ever had.
I hope you die.
What?
It's a George Lucas reference.
Oh.
No, he actually is, because, like, he definitely is using his whole, like, bravado and suave. Like, yeah, it's like the whole purpose of that he's a caricature. Like, he is a caricature of himself. And that's like the whole
in the original in the original movie, they played it for very straight, but now they're seeing, oh, this is just we can actually use this to progress his character.
Yeah.
But anyway, so in episode 8, he goes back to the cabin. Amanda followed him.
The hand followed him.
No, the hand followed him. She might have, I don't know. She might have followed close behind him, but he goes into the cabin. He looks like at everything that gives him basically PTSD.
I'm not gonna lie, I was fully expecting the deer head to start screaming at him or something. Like, I was.
I mean, he also. I hate this part of the episode where he steps on the nail.
Oh yes.
I think the nail extends out of the ground.
Yeah, it does. I know
that
the cabin is alive.
Episode.
No, it's this one, I think. But
I think it's set up in this episode and then it happens in the next one.
Whatever. These 2 episodes are basically one finale, to be honest. But
I said this whole 3 episodes, isn't it?
But the whole I know it was established that the cabin is alive in the second one.
Yes.
The second one.
Like in the second movie, but like even in that, it was not this brutal.
It's like it's like the fucking cows from Monster House.
Yeah, but like in Ash vs. Evil Dead, the cabin is actively... It was fucking with them in Evil Dead 2. Yeah, in Evil Dead 2, it was fucking with them. In this, it is actively trying to hurt you.
In this one, it fucking launches a woman.
Yeah, it's the cabin in Ash vs. Evil Dead, I think, is the scariest example of the cabin. Because it's just like...
It's just pissed off at Ash at this point. It doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, it just wants to hurt him.
Like the demon that possesses the cabin doesn't give a shit anymore. It just wants to see him dead.
Is it a demon that possesses the cabin, or is the cabin itself just like...
It must be like a very powerful demon.
So surely a demon's controlling the woods, right?
Yeah. The Kandarian
Yeah.
demon. The thing that has been...
I don't forget. No, the
haunting the
Kandarian.
forest.
No, the Kandarian demon creates the Deadites.
I think because the Book of the Dead was read outside the area, the Kandarian demon was able to leave the forest. Or something like that. Because I think it was trapped in the forest.
But the thing is, the forest has still been, like... The animals and stuff
Trapped
are still
in time.
dying in the forest. Like,
Yeah,
even
like
though
that
the
bird.
Kandarian demon isn't anywhere near it.
I think it's just the place is cursed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, there's not necessarily one of that.
Also, like I've said, I think there is like a time warp or something where like events just keep repeating. Like I said, the remake happens at the
I'm sorry, but Rocky Horror Picture Show just came into my head.
like very funny. But I think the remake is implied to be happening at the same time, like the first few episodes.
Yeah, it is actually. Like, yeah, it kind of is. It's kind of hard to explain if you haven't.
I
seen
think
it,
even reference the fucking remake in this.
Probably. I know the remake is canon.
Yeah, like all the movies are canon. Like everything is apparently canon.
Yeah, all the comics, all the games, everything. Because, like I was saying to you before we hit recording, was the PS1 game that we were talking about last week, the Hail to the King one. That's a sequel to Army of Darkness. Yeah, Army of Darkness.
Also, not gonna lie, they should have just named it Medieval Dead Army of Darkness.
Yeah. In fact, that's what they wanted to call it, didn't they? But there was something...
They didn't want to be associated with Evil Dead 2.
Why?
Because they didn't have the rights to it.
Oh, okay.
That's why everyone was a standalone movie. Anyway, so Ash steps on the nail, and he gets a fucking demon in his body.
To be fair, he doesn't step on the nail gets forced up through his feet.
I believe the demon was trying to become another evil Ash. But Ash basically nips that in the bud before it can happen. Where, like, I think he, like, swallows the cayenne pepper. And fucking, he takes the hot water and pours it down his throat like in Evil Dead 3.
I don't remember this
I
at
don't
all.
remember this,
No, nor do I. What are you on about?
What?
None of this happened.
What, when he steps on the nail?
No, Ash never stepped on a nail. You're thinking of the people, the woman that was lost in the woods with their friends, and they came back
Didn't he get a demon in his body?
No.
No, what happens is his hand grows another Ash.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Netflix real quick. Sorry, shut up. I actually do remember this. This did happen.
No, it absolutely didn't.
Dab.
I hate both of you. Levi is cool.
What? Somehow you calling me cool makes me feel like what is actually being said is I'm an idiot.
Basically, Ash goes to the cabin. Fucking Amanda follows him. They go into the cabin, and they're trying to figure out what to do with the Necronomicon.
No, the demon thing did happen. You know, the little squirming demon fetus thing, where it's like, "Fuck you, Ash! Fuck you!"
That's a different season.
What?
That's not in this season.
I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Oh,
You creature!
I told you these blend in my mind.
Yeah, you were just on about this. You were just on about this whole shit, and I'm like, I don't remember this.
These blend together in my head. I told you this. They're very similar.
See, this is what happens when you don't watch the fucking show.
Fuck you. Go suck a dick.
Gladly.
I feel so dumb.
That's because you are.
You're stupid.
Levi, you are so fucking funny. I'm not even gonna lie. You are so funny.
Thank you, sir.
Can you please say "fuck you, Ash" in that voice?
Fuck you, Ash.
So yeah, they're trying to figure out what to do with the book. So Ash goes into the
cellar, I think. No, the shed.
No, out to the shed and
to look for like kerosene or something.
Something like that. He finds the skull of Linda in there still.
And I think her body is still in there as well.
Yeah, so that locks the door behind him, and it starts talking to him.
It reanimates.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
I think the Freddy glove is still in there, by the way.
I didn't notice.
Linda, I forgot. I don't know why I completely blanked, but yeah, of course, Linda's head comes back and
Which
starts
Linda?
fucking with him.
Evil Dead 1 Linda or Evil Dead 2 Linda?
Evil Dead 2, I think, is the one that gets
also, not to spoil much,
head chopped by the chainsaw.
Not to spoil much about the season 2, but they actually do make fun of the fact that he goes to the cabin with 2 different Lindas. Because the actresses are obviously different.
I'm
anyway.
not gonna lie, I never fucking caught on to that.
Yeah.
That it's different actresses. I never caught on to that.
They look pretty similar.
Even I did.
Linda...
I didn't. I don't know why.
Linda wasn't really that important to Evil Dead 1. She just was there as Ash's girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean,
anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, you should say she wasn't important.
Amanda runs into Evil Ash. I think there's like 4 or something that show. There's 4, not in this episode, but in total there are 4 Evil Ashes.
I only know of 2.
There's Evil Ash from Army of Darkness, and then there's the other one that shows up. I think there's another one as well.
Also, don't you mean Bad Ash?
Ash.
Yeah. So what basically happens is while Ash is in the
being tortured.
Yeah, well, Ash is outside being fucking mentally scarred by Linda's head.
Curtis overlay fucking the torture dance with Ash's head, with Linda's head in the middle instead of the guy.
Vocal percussion on a whole nother level, coming from my mind. Vocal percussion on a whole nother level, coming from my mind.
Somi has no idea what we're on about.
What?
The torture dance. No, don't tell him. Don't tell him. Just leave it at that. Just leave it at that.
I'm gonna have to wait until next Friday.
The torture dance. The torture. No, Levi.
What?
So yeah.
Oh,
so while Ash is in the shed,
Linda,
the hand has grown a new Ash and
somehow
is trying to seduce Amanda until she sees the hand, realizes what's going on, and oh no, he pushes her into the horns.
Yeah, they have a fight. I think the deer falls off the thing and she gets impaled.
Yeah.
Until recently, until like second viewing, I was like, oh, that's actually nice sort of symbolic stuff of how Carter died. If you think about it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even symbolic, it's just every time you see horns now, you know that someone is going to be either fucked with or...
I wasn't really paying attention all that much when I watched it the first time.
How can you not?
Oh, this is cool.
How can you not be paying attention?
To be fair, does paying attention make it make any more sense?
That's a good point. To be honest, I think. Do you know what I think we should do at the end of the month? Like when all this is done, we should all record ourselves doing the Necronomicon.
No.
Do you know?
Oh god. So yeah, that's basically the entirety of this episode. What?
Good.
Well,
that's
bye.
the entirety of this episode. Bye.
That's the entirety of the episode. Good luck, fuckers. You're on your own.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. My audio crapped out. I couldn't hear anything. Anyway,
well, yeah, Ash gets back
do you know what?
Ash,
I'm sorry. The level of professional, like, it blows my mind. I'm honoured to be working with such professional
the Beaverhouse should never be put.
We get a whole 12 views per video.
The Beaverhouse should never be put next to the P word.
The P words.
We never speak of that word's name.
So yeah, Ash gets back to the cabin and finds Amanda dying. And
I'm sorry, you right?
Huh?
You okay? Why did you just go cabin?
No, I said that. I was making fun of it because you had a voice crack.
Fucking voice crack, okay?
No, I said that.
No, and Zoe did that. He went, cabin!
It's a lot easier to do it's a lot easier to fake a voice crack when you still get them.
I'm fucking 29 and I still get voice crack.
Yeah, you're almost a 30-year-old man. You get the same amount of voice cracks as a 16-year-old. Good job.
It's just Liam's actually going on about the plot, and Nozomi just goes, cabin!
Because I heard his voice crack.
Britain!
Anyway.
Oh, Christ.
So they get into a fight, and Pablo and Kelly show up after Ash cut off Evil Ash's arm or hand. I mean. Shut up, Dylan. Yeah, Evil Ash or Bad Ash or what? Hand Ash gets his hand cut off.
Hand Ash.
So now they look the same. I will punch you in the face, you Welsh piece of shit.
I will punch you in the face!
I'm just gonna leave if we're gonna be bullied like this.
Azumi, ti moyn...
This is a bully stream now.
Azumi, ti moyn clatchen yn yr maes parcio?
What?
Was that actually Welsh?
Yeah, that's actually Welsh.
Yo, Chip, can you translate what he said?
He doesn't speak it. I do. I'm the only one who does. You'll never know what I said.
I thought they did speak Welsh.
He is Welsh.
Yeah, he is Welsh. He doesn't speak it.
I thought they did. They said something to me in Welsh last time I was over.
Well, do you know French? Because you're Canadian?
That's not the point I was trying to make.
You know French, though?
No.
You should, though.
Why did you say that like you didn't want to admit that you do?
No.
You're like ashamed that you know French.
Make is that for some reason I didn't realize this until I went down there, but Welsh is apparently taught as a first language rather than English.
Because Wales just says "fuck you" to England, basically.
Basically, but it depends. It depends where you live. So there are Wales is very weird because there's parts of it that are like much more English speaking, and then there are parts of it that are much more Welsh speaking. Not even necessarily, no.
It's like how in Belgium or Switzerland, depending on where you go, they speak a different language.
It's more just because the English didn't bother conquering the fucking hill monkeys that painted themselves blue, danced under moonlight. We didn't need that.
I thought that was Scottish.
No, it was also the Welsh.
We didn't need them. We just went for the bits that matter.
No, the Welsh used to fight naked. They dyed themselves in woad and just fought naked.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
You see like a bunch of English knights see that. They're like, what the fuck?
Mate, it fucked with the Romans.
It really did.
I mean, it's psychological warfare. You see guys dick hanging out.
It actually wasn't. It wasn't because of psychological warfare. It's because they believed that if it was their day to die, no amount of armor would protect them, so they just didn't wear it.
It just also happens that when someone's helicoptering at you as they run down the hill, fucking full meat spit.
You just see this big old dick swinging around as you get just fucking bashed in the head with a rock.
Oi, Lloegr, ti moyn clatchen?
Maybe that's what happened to Caesar's 12th Legion.
Did you just basically say, have it?
Yeah.
Did you just go, have it?
Oh my god, guys, I figured out, Levi, you're probably the only one who gets this, but I think I figured out what happened to Caesar's 12th Legion.
Oh no!
I'm just gonna leave it at that. Look it up if you really want to. Anyway, back to the episode.
Yeah.
So we're on episode 9 now, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
The worst one. The categorically worst one.
Why?
And
I don't mean worst as in it's shit, I mean worst as in,
horrific.
dear God, a man gives birth from his mouth.
Yeah, it's not okay. It's very, very.
We kind of glossed over. We kind of glossed over the group of people running through the woods and encountering Pablo
because
and
they don't
Kelly,
matter.
but they aren't really important.
They die in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
They are there to be like, haha, these are...
I like that they build up the blonde girl to be like a new main character and just fucking kill her off in the next episode.
Well, you know what the main problem there is, don't you?
Why?
She's blonde.
Yeah, she'd have to have a character.
But
she's
also,
the Daphne of this.
Also,
of this,
real quick, before we go on, we glossed over how fucking Amanda was talking about Ruby in the episode where they first met up with Ash, and she was typing her up basically, and you just see her coming out. She's immortal. Like that's when you realize she's supernatural.
Oh yeah, we haven't even like discussed that Ruby says that she wrote the book.
She hasn't said that yet.
Is she not? Because I thought this was the episode
that
where,
when you meet her in the when Ash finally meets her.
We just didn't mention that she came back to life.
Yeah.
So this Deus Ex Machina doesn't come out of nowhere. Well, mostly out of nowhere.
Oh, so is Ash out of the little fucking hallway of psychological nightmares you have?
He's still fighting evil Ash. And Pablo and Kelly came in, and they have to decide which one is the real one.
Oh, yes,
and
of course.
My favorite interaction between them is, they basically say, they try and see which one is the real Ash, and they ask him a very racist question. He's like, something about, like, Asians or something, and he's like, Ash really likes Asians.
Oh, no, I tell you what he says. He says, they're like,
they're tiny hands.
You're still racist, but not against Asians. It's like, why would I be racist against Asians? Their tiny hands give such lovely massages.
What a fucking asshole, like, really.
My favourite... No, because he genuinely means that. He is not racist against Asians. Because
I know, he's an idiot.
Hey, they really do give good massages. Why be racist? That's such a good...
To quote Seinfeld, how is it racist if I like their race?
How is it racist to state a fact?
Oh, that could be taken out of...
You're straying a little bit too close to 1350 there, Sophie.
I'm not saying that as like my thought. I'm saying this as Ash, what he thinks basically. Like, stating a fact. How is it gonna be racist?
My favorite part of this is that he just goes fucking shoot us both.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, he takes the easy way out. They realize
it
he's the
really
real one
is the idiot's answer. It's simultaneous. It's so stupid. It's genius because if you're in that situation, genuinely the best way to go about it is just fuck it, shoot.
Shoot both of them.
Why take the chance? It's so stupid. It's genius. I love it.
But Evil Ash dies, and those people roll up on the cabin and are like, "Hey, can we stay here? We got lost." And they're like, "Well, fuck, we need to get rid of these bodies." So Ash goes to town with the chainsaw, dismembering both himself and his new girlfriend, I guess.
Yeah, but he's like humming, isn't he, while he does it? He's just like, doesn't give a shit.
I mean, I think he's not trying to look Amanda in the eyes as he's trying to cut her apart. Oh no, he cut himself apart.
There is a bit where he's like, well, I guess I'll have one last look.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was going to lift up her shirt.
He's such a foul human being, but I can't help but love him.
Oh yeah, they're in the Reanimator crossover. So it's revealed in the Reanimator crossover that the mirror world is just fucking Alice in Wonderland.
Groovy!
What? Zombie, what the fuck is that? What the fuck you said?
What the fuck have you posted?
I don't understand how you can just like... There are times where you'll just be...
We can't show that. We can't... No one's gonna know what we're laughing at. We can't put that on YouTube.
No, we're putting it on screen.
I'm so sorry. I was looking at another server. I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
What I was gonna say was like, there are times where you'll just be in the middle of a conversation, just talking normally, and at the same time you'll just jump in with something like this and never skip a beat. And it's like it's been posted by a completely different person, and I don't know how you do it.
The main issue though. The main issue, though. No, but honestly, the main issue is that we are not going to be... No one on YouTube is going to know what we're laughing at, because we cannot put that on YouTube, because we will get fucking taken off. Like...
Oh, we absolutely have to.
We will be.
Just crop out the Arabic. Just crop out the Arabic.
What does it even say?
I think it says boo or something.
Says perhaps. Because that's what the meme is. That the cow just says perhaps.
My stomach hurts.
Can we continue, please?
My stomach hurts.
What's this fucking Jimmy Neutron redneck you posted now?
Groovy!
Oh my god!
Fuck.
Why are you like this?
Mate,
You love me for this, I know you do.
mate, you're gonna kill me.
I'm a comedy genius. Oh
Regret
my god. Oh my god.
Okay, where were we?
Can I just say this video is dedicated to the brave Mujahideen fighters of Afghanistan.
Oh no!
That's from Rocky. That's from Rocky 3. Not me. That's from Rocky. Or no, not Rocky. Rambo. That's from Rambo 3.
Fuck, I am...
Anyway.
It's okay
anyway,
if it's a quote.
Anyway, Ash sees that Amanda got up from the thing while he was dismembering himself. It's not weird. Don't judge me, Mom. And Pablo and Kelly are basically leading the other people on a wild goose chase as Ash is trying to clean up the cabin. And Kelly is being a very catty bitch with the blonde girl. Because she secretly likes Pablo.
Oh, I'm sorry, I just need to point... I love the bit where, like, they're like... Oh, no, we're not there yet, actually. Sorry, go on, carry on.
Sorry,
Ignore me.
You've given him an opportunity to eat now. You've taken.
Okay, I'll carry on. No, I was gonna say the bit where where Ash is just about to go down into the into the cellar with them,
and he gets PTSD.
No, it's the bit where he's like, I've got to save my friend. I can't let him die, and I won't let my friends die. And then like, fuck, why do I keep forgetting her name?
Blonde girl.
Because it doesn't matter.
No,
Kelly.
not blonde girl. Kelly. Thank you. I keep going to say like Karen or something, and I'm like, I know it's not that. I know it's not that.
Yes,
but anyway.
Karen and the It's not Ash, it's Chad.
But anyway, Kelly, when she's like, I'm your friend, aren't I? And he's like, yeah, of course. And then the blonde girl's like, what about me?
Stay close to her. Sure, just stay close to her. I love that. Also, Hasomi, I like that we were of one mind there for a second. I could feel through the microphone the oh shit moment of you realizing, oh, I need to talk now.
Why do you keep posting these things? I just looked at
said
recording
no.
general
What the
again.
fuck is that? That makes me want to go in a corner and cry.
I don't even know. I don't know.
How do you do this? How do you just talk while posting this shit?
I've grown. It makes it funnier. This
is semi-related.
I hate you. I hate you.
That's fantastic.
Soldier board. Oh my god.
Oh, Levi, have you still got that meme I sent you?
Which one?
Of the doctor.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, you should know
Yes.
Yeah, you have. Put it in the chat.
Okay. You guys continue while I find that.
Anyway, so, fucking Amanda finds her way to the group in the forest.
Yep.
And she kills random British guy and his girlfriend.
They are not British, mate.
They are Australian.
Whatever, I don't remember. I don't care.
You uncultured swine.
Says the Canadian, fuck you.
They're either, I'm pretty sure they're Australian, but they're definitely from that region.
Yeah, I actually think the blonde actress is actually Australian, and is she Australian or British in person? I don't remember.
I don't know, the accents don't exactly sound convincing, but I don't think they're meant to.
Yeah, they're supposed to be kind of silly. Like, you're supposed to laugh at them for being weird and hippies.
Moving on.
Anyway, so it kills them, and then the Deadite makes fun of the fact that Pablo and Kelly have sexual tension.
I love how it, like, reaches into their
Makes them
skulls.
Like, I think it pushes,
Oh, yeah.
makes them into puppets
no.
or something. I think it, like, ugh, it's so gross.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the ultimate disrespect.
Like,
And
how
then,
deep does your hand have to go into the back of somebody's head in order to control them like that?
It's so BM. It absolutely is. Like...
My little gamer child is growing up.
Oh, fuck off, you cunt.
What is?
I'll scream at you in a language you won't understand.
Again, my little gamer child is growing
So,
up.
anyway, fucking...
Groovy!
So me,
Ruby
stop it.
Ruby shows up, and...
Hasumi, I
shows
will go back to posting just Bionicle and, like, related dildos. I will.
Levi,
Don't make me go back to posting fleshlights.
I'll stop.
Oh
I
god,
promise,
I remember that episode.
Was
Right.
that the one with
It's
the
like
Donald
a
Trump
half
butt
an
plug?
hour of Levi just posting random fleshlights in chat.
Jabba
the
the
one with-
slut.
I remember that one.
Oh, that's not
Is that the
okay.
one with the? Was that the one with the Donald Trump butt plug?
Yes, it was!
That was the one where there were no images on screen, and I think Josie was like in denial of it existing or something. It's like, no, there is no butt plug. What are you talking about?
Groovy!
Jesus.
I'm gonna ping her right now and remind her that that existed.
Good fucking god, Daryl. Jesus.
Daryl.
Daryl?
Daryl, shut up.
What the fuck?
Shut up.
Dylan.
Dylan, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, man. I'm
That's alright.
out of it.
It's
I'm
cool,
so
man.
out of it.
It's cool, man. What, you
My
laughing?
brain's full of memes and Evil Dead. I'm sorry.
Are you laughing at the meme?
Maybe. I hate you, Dylan. I hate you. You know, I'm gonna... Anyway.
Also, my favourite thing about these memes, they don't fucking work in Britain, because we have the NHS, so it's just like...
Anyway, so Ruby shows up and basically scares off the Deadite. And she basically disembowels the couple in front of the girl's sister.
Yep.
She is absolutely fucked. This girl
She's traumatized.
is like the audience. She's like the stand-in for the audience. Any random person in this situation.
She's like the audience if, like, if you were watching the show and they took your mother up from the crowd and started ripping her apart. That's the equivalent.
She's kind of like she fills the same role as Ash in Evil Dead 1. Or kind of like the one girl from the remake.
A little bit.
Liam, is that why they had to have a splash zone at the stage play? Just in case they had to bring people's mothers on stage.
Also, Hazomi,
God.
what is that?
Donald Trump
Groovy!
butt plug.
That's the
Let's move
Donald
on.
Trump butt plug.
I don't know.
China.
Wrong. Is that what it says as you insert it?
Yes, it says wrong.
China.
Oh.
Anyway, so the Deadite crawls its way back to the cabin as the rest of the group is trying to get there for safety. And Ash is like prepping himself up to go
Also,
into the base.
I'm sorry. Did you say trying to go back to the cabin for safety?
I mean, for all they know, that's the safest place. They don't know it's a living entity. But well, it's the safest place. It's either that or die in the woods.
Well, it's either die in the cabin or die in the woods.
Or die in the shed.
Or just die, basically.
I don't think they can leave the woods. Like, I think they can't leave until they finish this. Like, physically. But they go back, and the girl is curled up on the couch, like crying. The blonde girl, as Ruby goes up to Ash, I think slaps him for being an idiot.
No, she she straight up tries to cut his head off.
Yeah, because she fucking hates him. Because he's a moron. He's ruined her plans. But because as we know, she wants to. I'm actually gonna wait until the end of the episode for that. In like the next 4 hours.
Basically, they all agree to give Ruby the book because Ruby wants the book. Ruby they go into the face off. No, Ash cuts the book's face off because Ruby tells him to do
Pablo's
that.
Face.
Not quite yet. Get in the head. Ash cuts the face off the book and then gives the book to Ruby. She starts chanting some demon shit, and then the book face slaps onto Pablo.
Right, I'm sorry. I want to say before anyone else gets a word in, that that bit right there, as the fucking book face attaches to Pablo, was the moment where I went, do you know what? Fuck this.
Genuinely, while we were watching, we were watching, and I was talking to Dylan, and suddenly she starts cutting the book's face off, and I turned to Dylan, and I was like, this is the first time in this entire franchise where I have genuinely wished that the book still had the face.
Yeah, because
it's all just flesh underneath.
Yeah.
It's fucking. It's not that. It's when it attaches to Pablo. That was the first bit where I was like, do you know what? I'm good. I'm done.
Yeah. And the worst part is it leaves breathing holes. It's not trying to kill him. It's just clung onto him.
It is truly foul. I hate it.
Well, the one part where I went, fuck this, is in, like, midway through the next and final episode of this season.
Oh, yeah, right.
Where you see, like, Pablo in the basement with Ruby.
No, but don't forget,
it's not even, like, what Pablo is, giving birth to. Spoilers.
It's how
the
he
fact
is.
that I didn't realize that when I last watched this, that Ruby has straight up cut pieces of Pablo's back off to make new pages for the book.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's fucked. But like
anyway,
that bit was, don't get me wrong, when we get to that bit I'll give you my true and honest reaction. But before that, when the face attaches to Pablo, I'm like, this is the fucking worst. There's no way it could get any worse than this. And
then Ruby drags Pablo into the basement, and the scene you'd mentioned happens where Ash basically psyched himself up to go into the basement.
Yeah.
And he's like, you guys stay here, keep this fucking thing open. I swear to God, I am not getting locked down there again.
And then the door locks itself.
Yep. And then my favourite, the most genuine laugh that this entire series has gotten, like all of Evil Dead, the most genuine laugh it's gotten out of me, is the bit where she gets fucking injected out of the cabin. Because it's just so matter of fact. It just launches her and then smacks her in the face 6 feet with a door.
Oh yeah, and then the most terrifying bit of this episode happens with the blonde girl trapped in the cabin.
Yeah.
Oh, and like the fucking couch like pins her against the wall and
breaks her leg and fucking yeah.
Yeah. I think she like steps on the nails.
Can you stop fucking posting butt plugs?
But they're beautiful. What are you talking about?
That's the name of this episode. Stop posting butt plugs. This is a PSA from the Beaverhouse.
I mean, to be fair, if I'm getting any of them, I'm getting King Jong-un.
Zoom in a
look at that. That's like short and wide. You don't want that. You want like.
Well, I'm not getting the fucking cone head.
What you really want is like Putin. Putin has about the right shit. Like he's got the right profile.
Look at Bush though. It also says Osama bin Laden.
No,
I think
it's
the green one's supposed. The green one's Osama bin Laden.
I don't think that's meant to be Osama bin Laden. That's just
I
meant to be
don't
like
know-
a
I don't
seal.
know who
I think.
I don't know who the one on the far right is, but that curve has got me feeling things.
I hate you, Liam. I hope you die.
It tickles the G.
That's what the G spot.
It tickles the brain.
Fucking hell, how big is it?
Yes. Okay, for the thumbnail, please zoom in on.
Now
the
that's
Bush
what I call a
right?
cunt punching.
Wriggle Mr. Putin right up my slippery little manhole.
Oh, Liam.
Oh.
Liam, you mean Liam, you mean your boy cunt?
What the fuck?
My boy pussy. It quivers.
Stop! I'm gonna fall over from laughing, please.
Do you know what? Guys, I'm not coming back for next week.
Please, no. Dios mío, no.
Dios mío.
No.
Oh, mamma mia.
Oh,
God, if I ever elicit a genuine Mamma Mia from a human being, I will be so happy.
just say that to an Italian. Just play this episode to an Italian. See what happens.
How'd you say I want to slide Putin up my...
No.
What did you say?
I said wriggle Mr. Putin right up my slippery little manhole.
How the fuck do you say that in Italian?
I have an Italian friend on-
Google Translate.
Guys, I have the answer. I know an Italian. I'll ask him.
Oh, dear.
I'll post the results later.
You won't know an Italian for very long.
Moving on then.
We've been through worse. Anyway, so blonde girl gets eaten by the cabin. It's like Monster House, basically.
It really is.
You know, if Monster House was...
A literal
18.
monster
I don't
house.
think people actually. I don't think
It
people
is a
actually die in
literal monster house. What do you want about?
I don't think the kid.
Oh.
I don't think the police officers die in Monster House, do they?
I don't think anyone dies in Monster House except the fucking woman. Which
Old
is
man.
tragic, by the way. But yeah.
That kid's bike.
The kid's
Yeah,
bike.
true. That does get murdered.
So
And that
we
car-
get to the point. We get to the point where Ash is like trying to go down in the cellar, and
He finds
then,
Jake's body.
No, not quite that. It was
Good old
prior to-
reliable Jake.
I was manning the fort for 30 years.
Oh yeah, I do like the little nostalgia
just
trip
still
he
has the
has
overalls
walking around talking to all his friends' corpses.
Yeah, you mean
But
his
yeah,
PTSD?
but prior to that, he's like, I forget how it got set up, but he was
Creepy kid?
basically thrown into a vision with Ruby where he's back in the trailer and she's sitting there and she's offering him like a deal. You know,
that happens.
forget
later,
all
I
of
think,
this.
actually.
Go to Jacksonville.
I
No,
think
it happens here as well. She offers it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that happens when he finds Pablo.
Again, it
No.
happens there as
It
well.
happens twice.
Yeah, after he got his
Basically,
ass
when
kicked.
he falls down the stairs of the cellar,
He
it's
falls
like he's-
into the void.
Yeah,
He hits his head. I think he hits his head on one of the stairs. And
but
falls into the
then
void, basically.
he's like, oh, but if I could do that, or I could kill you now, and he like gets the shotgun out of the floor, and Ruby turns into a screamer and sends him back into the real world.
I do like before that though that like they're about to take the bong hit and he's with the girl again and she's like, show me your poetry, and he's like, yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Because she
I
wants
do
to,
like that Ash only has to learn something. There's a lot of characters in fiction that have to learn the same thing over and over and again. No, if something fucks with Ash once, he immediately is like, no, I'm not doing that again. No.
Are you fucking shitting me? He's read from the fucking thing about 20 times.
No, he hasn't. He's read from it once at the start of this
Klaatu, Baraka,
Actually, no. That is a really good point because before it was the professor, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's never actually
And then
read
after it
Probably-
was the dude who... the book guy. Fucking guy.
Also, at what point did Ash learn how to read the Necronomicon?
No,
I
it's,
assume that it's...
No, in the first episode, it showed, like, the page I flipped to, the page that Professor Nobi translated.
Oh yeah.
It just spelled out how to say the
okay.
words.
Right, got it.
He doesn't know actually how to speak.
Because is it actually? I was about to say, is it actually in Sumerian?
No, it is not.
It's gibberish.
No,
like
I mean,
gibberish.
what I mean
It's
is,
like how a kid
it
writes
supposed?
cursive, where it's just like squiggly lines.
I get that, but is it meant to be Sumerian, or is it meant
No.
to
Yes.
be a
It is,
demon language?
Oh, it's meant to be Sumerian. It's just
It's meant to be Sumerian. No, I knew it was up to gibberish. I was just wondering whether it was meant to be Sumerian
Yeah,
or
because
like a
Sumerian,
demon language.
I think in their universe was like the old universal language or something.
The closest
You know,
thing I can relate it to is the Lorem Ipsum. You know, the philotet that's designed to look like Latin, but is actually just gibberish.
You are
That's
a fucking
essentially.
nerd.
Literally everyone knows Lorem Ipsum.
I don't.
Fucking-
Oh yeah. Speaking of Latin, real quick, in like horror movies, apparently, if you ever seen Event Horizon, which is a great movie, there's a part where Sam Neill speaks fucking Latin to the camera, which is like the distress signal to Earth. Apparently, a bunch of Latin geeks were like, "Oh, he said it wrong. He's supposed to say it like this way or that way or that." And my answer to that is, well, first, it's a movie, and second, everyone on the Event Horizon is being murdered. So I don't think I don't think he has the time to get his Latin right.
Did you just say the Event Horizon?
Yeah,
He's
that's the name
getting
of the ship.
sucked into a. Oh right, I thought you were.
Yeah,
meant...
it's a film.
Right, I thought
The
fucking.
movie.
I
It's
thought
a
you were
great
still
movie,
on
it's
about
fun.
Evil Dead.
Event Horizon inspired Dead Space, but moving on.
Right.
Anyway, moving on from
think Liam's
Putin
dead.
butt plugs and
I'm
Dead
here.
Space.
Liam's just ordering that Conehead butt plug.
Liam, you gonna share
Trying to find a whole. He's trying to find a wholesaler online.
a wholesaler?
I mean,
I want to buy
these are
in bulk.
I mean, these are 3D printed. They're apparently 3D printed.
I buy my bulk in bulk.
I'd buy that for $1.
I hate you.
I mean, to be fair, a butt plug for $1 is a pretty good deal.
We should actually
No, it's
review the
not.
RoboCop
If you're
movie.
buying a butt plug for $1, you severely underappreciate your own ass.
I mean, Levi.
At one point-
This isn't going to mean
at one
anything
point-
to. This isn't going to mean anything to either.
I
of you
only
two.
stuff myself with premium butt plugs, thank you.
Levi,
Hate you,
Levi,
Liam.
Levi. I am not kidding. There are Poundland vibrators.
Oh my god.
What?
I will only
Why
accept.
have these not been on Ashens?
I think he's reviewed a sex toy once, I think.
I'm sure. I think he has. Yeah, but there are Poundland vibrators.
I will accept
Of course there are.
nothing less than the Charmin equivalent of vibrate. That's my minimum.
Shaman King.
Oh, okay, Aldi.
No, I'm talking like at least 3-ply.
At least free play
So what is
Tesco.
Aldi supposed to be? Is it like... Is it like...
I don't fucking
Aldi
know
is
what your
literally
equivalent is.
Walmart.
No.
It's
Well,
not
we
though,
have
is it?
Aldi-
it's
Tesco's,
shit
Tesco's
British
more
Walmart.
like.
Well,
Tesco's
we have
more like your
we have
Walmart.
Aldi's in America.
No, Dylan, Aldi is literally Walmart.
I think it's the British branch of Walmart.
I don't fucking know.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Asda is the British.
Oh. Yeah, I'm
Moving
pretty
on.
sure. I'm pretty sure Aldi is supposed to be food line, but moving on.
Yeah, Aldi only do food basically.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Yes,
This is a clash of the fucking two different
Titans.
worlds, isn't it? Like
What the fuck is going on?
Walmart versus Asda. Ooh.
Anyway, let's please move on before it becomes like the middle of the night here in America.
Oh, it's already the middle of the night, yeah.
Yeah, how could we possibly enforce that upon you? Good
Oh, that's
God.
5 hours from now, guys.
Isn't it like midnight for them?
It's
It's
like
midnight,
it's half
yes.
past midnight.
Okay, let's move on before you guys pass out. So what happens? So Kelly is trying to find her way out, or find her way into the cabin to help
Blonde bitch.
Ash. And Ash stumble upon what he calls Creepy Kid. And Creepy Kid is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, don't like creepy kid.
To be fair, though,
It's not as gross
I
as
like-
Elagos.
I still
also-
like Creepy Kid a hell
Put
of a
Creepy
lot
Kid
more.
on screen. Put Creepy Kid on screen.
Creepy Kid is like... Thing is, there are probably like 3 fictional creatures that actually scare me, and
That's
at least
Pale Man
one of them
and
is
Labyrinth.
At least one of them is of my own creation.
What? What happened?
Oh, Dylan will know what I'm on about. It's the brown.
Brown clown? What the fuck is that?
So,
Oh no, here we go.
The brown
another
clown
tangent.
is coming to town in his gown.
oh no, that was just dumb, tired
Yeah,
talk.
I know.
But so, I'm sorry, I can't. I genuinely
funny.
still giggle at just the words. So I decided to create like an eldritch horror of my own. So the idea is just it is the most canonically to my own thinking of it. It is the most powerful force. It's just pure evil and malevolence distilled into just the form of a brown clown. That's it. It's a brown clown.
Yeah.
But it's also...
Yeah, you're also scared of Elegos and the Pale Man. Okay.
Yeah. Elegos, Pale Man, Brown Clown. Those are the 3 things, the 3 creatures that terrify me.
You're scared of your own creation.
Yes.
What are you, God?
Yes. Yes, in a sense, I grow closer to God every day through my study of the Brown Clown.
Do you think God too stays in heaven in fear of what he's created?
Hey, Levi, look in Recording General.
Is it a
Do we
brown
have
clown?
to?
Oh, I hate you. I watched that movie when I was 6, thinking it was Labyrinth, like with David
you
Bowie.
fucking idiot.
That movie is also scary.
No, it's not. What the fuck are you on about?
To be fair, no, the scariest thing about Labyrinth is David Bowie's bulge.
But doesn't Pan's Labyrinth, isn't like a kid finds falls into a well or something during the Spanish Civil War and finds basically hell?
Yeah, that's Pan's Labyrinth.
What's that,
pretty much
lassie?
it.
Little Timmy fell into a well?
Oh, I can't hear you over the Stuka overhead. Oh, God. Anyway, moving on. So he kills Creepy Kid by shoving his shotgun barrel down its throat and shooting it horizontally so it flies apart, and only its head is still attached to the shotgun. And Ash just,
Somebody needs to wash out your mouth, and that somebody is me.
Is me. Yeah.
He puts his fucking his boot on the fucking kid's head to basically get it off the shotgun. It's so gross. I don't know how they got away with that. It's so weird. But anyway, so he goes into the room and sees Ruby basically torturing Pablo.
Meanwhile, by the way, Kelly is trying to burn down the house.
And then I think another creepy kid shows up.
By the way,
I feel like that in itself is a reference to the fact that the real cabin actually was burned down.
by the way, that bit where we finally see what the fuck is happening to Pablo,
It's terrifying.
I actually just reverted into Welsh.
Yeah, he did.
And because I just didn't know how to express what the fuck was going on. So, this is one of the most, pure emotion Welsh words that you can possibly get. And it was just...
Voice match.
Ughafi!
Oh, sorry.
Which basically just means that is disgusting to... So I just reverted into Welsh because I didn't know how to
Levi, I have
deal
a
with
good
what I
idea.
was
You should
looking
get
at.
Chip to draw the brown clown for you.
But I just reverted into Welsh because I didn't know how the fuck to process what I was looking at. So,
You know when someone who's bilingual just reverts to their native language to
Out of fear.
express something that it's just pure instinct pouring out of your face.
Hey guys, Recording General. I posted something kind of funny. Look.
No, you didn't. You fucking liar.
Why? Why would you even try? As if we trust you at this point.
But yeah, I just had no idea how to react to what I was seeing, so I just went, Ughafi! Just kind
That
of
sounds Jewish for some reason. It says Hebrew instead of not Welsh.
But I was just like, yeah, I
Also,
did
real
not
quick before
like
we
that.
go on, apparently Elagos is a real demon. It's a real thing. Like, all the demons are apparently based on real things.
Neat.
But yeah, I was just, I was done. At that point, I was just like, do you know, I just want to die.
I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm just gonna go to bed.
Yeah, basically, I just want either to die or to go to sleep, so I just don't have to deal with this shit.
So yeah, Kelly
Just like-
breaks her way in, or does she like fall? No, I think she falls through the floor and it goes into the basement.
No, she's like stabbing the fucking
Like,
basement
doesn't she shoot the
door.
wall or something? Doesn't she like shoot the wall
No,
or
she's
something?
stabbing. No, she's stabbing the door, the trap door.
She does
and
shoot
it's
the
like
wall.
fucking, and it's like becomes all like fleshy and like
Yeah, it starts
horrible.
bleeding.
And then I believe it's at this point. I believe it's at this point that one of the demon children burst through the trapdoor, and
to the ground, I think.
And
no, there's one that like
ignores her.
comes.
Flat-sided
There's one
burst to
that
the
like
ground.
there's one that pushes up the trapdoor, and I remember it specifically because it's in the exact same pose and camera angle as Cheryl from Evil Dead 1, which was a nice nod.
Well,
I thought
it's not just
I
that.
thought the one that attacked Kelly came out, like, dug its way through, like, the fucking wall.
No,
in the
no,
cellar.
one does dig
One of the
through the
ones
wall,
that
but
Ash
that's
saw
just-
dug through the ceiling.
Yeah, but the one that flies through, comes through the trapdoor, specifically sticks in my memory because it completely, like, it doesn't even ignore her. It doesn't even register that she's there. She is she is such a non-entity to this thing that it doesn't even bother to kill her. It's just got better shit to do. It's not like the Deadites where they enjoy fucking with people. It's just, I have shit to do.
Yeah,
You live for
I
now.
think it's I'm just gonna say the creepy kids are basically Ruby's children.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, that's
that's already
specifically
been
stated.
established.
Oh, I thought that was a thing in season 2. Sorry.
No, but yeah, it's just that that last episode was just a whole new level of fucked.
Yeah, and then Ash, and then Kelly gets through. She finds Pablo. She tries to help him. Kelly basically, or Kelly, Ruby sicks.
yeah.
She sicks Pablo on Kelly as Ash is about to stab Ruby with a Kandarian dagger. And she's basically about to die. Pablo's about to kill her, and Ash is like, "Tell him to stop." He's like, and Pablo is the worst part of it. Pablo is still aware of what he's doing.
Yeah.
I hate that. That's so just mean-spirited.
You can feel...
Yes, the perfect description of Evil Dead. It's mean-spirited. Thank you.
There are literally mean spirits.
It's a little bit harsh. You didn't have to do that.
Well,
That was going a bit far there, lady.
Well,
You
to be
didn't
fair-
have to make him give birth to an entire race through his mouth,
Shut up. Shut up.
whilst also letting him experience it. That was just a little bit rude.
Right, you could have just
know what I
taken the
mean.
skin off. You could have just taken the skin off his back, but you had
I'm
to
just
take it a bit
imagining
far.
of like the entire. I'm just imagining like Ash drawn like that meme of the Indian guy with his hands on his hips, just like looking at someone.
Oh,
like, what did you do?
yeah.
That's Ash.
He
Right
just takes
now.
the Kandarian dagger and draws that on the back of Pablo.
Pablo, yes, Papa. Giving birth, yes, Papa.
Oh,
I hate you.
telling
Open
lies.
wide.
Open wide.
I hate both of you. I hope you die. You know we need to make that meme now, right?
Pablo. Oh God, please help.
Oh no.
Oh yes, you know that apparently Evil Dead 2 was released on a red laserdisc?
Evil Dead remade, but it's instead of the Deadites, it's just a stern Indian father.
I hate both of you.
I was about to try and say Evil Dead in an Indian accent, but I decided against it.
Evil
Good
job. Well done. Congratulations, you weren't racist today.
My job, buddy. I don't care.
Have a gold star.
Thank you.
God, my mum used to get gold stars from our head teacher at school if she got us to school on time.
Jesus, that's so patronizing.
It is, but it was... I mean, to be fair, there was a reason.
Why?
Because she never did.
Oh.
Yeah. It was just a joke between her and the head teacher. She had, like...
Oh.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I hate that meme.
What is...
That is dumb.
Why is that... Oh.
That is fucking stupid.
Mungdal. God, love.
Put Mungdal on screen, Chip.
Put Mungdal on.
with no context. Just
Can you draw Mungdal, but as Ash, please?
Mungdal is the Kandarian demon.
Yes! Yes!
Just replay the scene with the Kandarian demon cloud
on
as
the highway,
but superimpose Mungdal's face over Makuta's face over the cloud.
Just put Mungdal fucking sound clips over it.
No. You need to... Oh, fuck. So...
Hey, Chip, I know you're really busy and everything, but can you, like, do all this shit for us? Thanks.
Yeah, I know you've put a shitload of stuff into this episode already.
Yeah.
But that's the joke, though. That's like in the Game Grumps, that's the joke.
I know you're literally the one editing this entire thing and putting it together, but quite frankly, you're not doing good enough. You need to be doing more. Just say it.
Well, I mean, the joke... I mean, it's kind of a running joke with the podcast of just Chip put that in.
Look, all I'm saying is I need...
all I'm saying is I needed this on my desk yesterday.
Spider-Man! I need pictures of Spider-Man!
Spider-Man,
but all I'm saying, Chip, is what I need you to do is put Ash's face onto Chowder here and replace the gingerbread house with the cabin.
At last the roof goes on and nothing can go wrong. Oh no, it all went wrong!
Yes.
Just do that.
Yes.
Yes.
Nothing
So
can
moving
go
on,
wrong.
Let that be the outro.
Oh fuck!
Anyway,
I keep bumping my mic. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so Ash is basically given a deal of either let his friends die and he'll be killed next, or leave Ruby alone so she can rule evil. And Ash, like a dumbass, accepts.
Actually, to be fair, and
he's stuck in a rock. He's stuck in a rock in a hard place.
Honestly. No, not even that. I don't know. We haven't watched season 2. We haven't watched season 3. But
I imagine the show just ended after season 1.
No, well, the thing is, it's the only time. I mean, it's not the only time. Maybe it's just me being naive again. But Levi's kind of on the same sort of thing, which is the actress. I forget her name. For Ruby. I can't remember, but she's fucking amazing. And one thing she does really, really well is, to be fair, at the end of season 1, I genuinely have no idea if she's sincere or not. Like, I get that there's 2 more seasons, but I don't know whether that's, like, stuff cock up on her end, or, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I genuinely have no idea whether she genuinely just wants to control all evil, or whether she wants to fuck Ash over. I don't know.
And then Ash is like, alright, can you send us to Jacksonville? I can do that.
It would have been entirely to her benefit to just give Ash Jacksonville.
Yeah.
He also says, "Can you also give me $50,000? I'm not a bank, Ash."
Yes.
Fine. Can you give me gas money? Fine.
Yeah.
And they just teleport into the Oldsmobile playing. I don't know what the song is. It's the
wheels on the bus go round and round.
You gotta say that in an Indian accent.
I'm not doing that in an Indian accent.
The wheels on the bus go round and round.
All day long.
Just to be clear, that was not an authentic Indian accent. I know that's difficult to believe.
No, it's your.
But I'm not from New Delhi.
It's your Levi accent.
That's his natural accent. He actually puts on an accent to go on the podcast. He normally sounds like a freak.
That's because I am a freak.
You're a fucking goblin.
We're all weirdos. Don't judge him.
I'm not.
We're all weird. It's like that scene in in fucking Life of
I
Brian.
don't know, guys. I think I'm perfectly insane. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go get my Vladimir Putin butt plug package.
Yes, we are all
Don't forget
individuals.
to bulk buy.
I'm not. Fucking love it.
All right. Let's wrap this up. We're nearly there.
Yes.
1 second, I'm getting the clip of the finale.
Why? Why do we need a clip of the finale? Don't want to see it again.
It's the last minute where they're in the car.
Right, okay.
Do. There we go.
What song is it?
I don't know why there's Russian music. Or Russian music. I don't know why there's Russian text
music.
for some reason. There's just Russian text in the description. Look at the video.
Hmm.
Why is it just Russian?
It's Back in Black.
Back in Black.
Yeah, Back in Black. That's sorry. As they're driving away, they hear on the radio
literally the most used song in the entirety of film ever.
No, that's "We Will Rock You" or
Yeah, I said the exact same thing when he brought it up.
No, you didn't.
You
said "We Are the Champions."
Yeah, we are the champions, and we will rock you.
That's literally any Queen song.
I literally said "We are the champions, and we will rock."
Beatles and Queen are the most overused music.
Moving on.
Nah, ACDC
anyway,
is definitely up there, man.
So anyway, they hear on the radio that murder, crime, and everything is up all over the country, and Asher turns off the radio and just turns up the music.
And that's the end of the season.
And as they drive away, a fucking sinkhole tries to kill them, and they drive to the shithole that is Jacksonville, Florida.
A truly happy ending.
Finn.
That's it. We're done.
Forever.
Just play the clip, Chip, and put just Finn over it, like just a black and white Finn.
No, just having the
a picture of a Finn.
Just have it end with a close up on the mouth, just whispering "Rosebud."
Rosebud frozen penis.
No, just groovy. Yeah.
But with your own mouth. Like with the lizard.
Like superimposed on.
Yeah.
Nice.
So anyway, guys, final thoughts on the season?
I hate the demon.
Do you know what? I think it could have been better.
Really?
Yeah, it could have not had the demon.
Yeah, basically. It could have not have had the demon.
You.
It could have not have had the brain tickler.
It could not have had the creepy kid.
It could not have had the creepy kid. It could not have had nails going through people's feet. And it
well,
also
if you don't like
no, that
kid,
does happen. And it also could have definitely, absolutely, 100% done without any of that last episode, to be quite frank.
Well, guys, just as a heads up, if you don't like Creepy Kid, you're not going to like Season 2.
No,
I mean, to be fair, I will take 1 billion of... Creepy Kid does not creep me out much. That fucking demon, I hate him.
Yeah, I don't
like
like the brain.
Everyone,
well, I got one word. I got one word for you then, Levi. Ball.
Ball? That
Scary.
is No, that is genuinely threatening. That doesn't mean anything.
Ball.
You can't just say ball as if that's meant to mean... No.
No, and in all seriousness though, I fucking adore this show.
This is my favorite piece of television.
It's not my favorite piece of television, but it is definitely my favorite
Next
piece
to Star
of...
Wars The Clone Wars, this is very much tied with Star Wars The Clone Wars in my heart.
Star Wars The Clone Wars is fucking fantastic, but Ash vs. Evil Dead...
The last season of Clone Wars was kind of meh.
I haven't seen it yet.
Great.
But Ash vs. Evil Dead, I genuinely, honestly think that it is my favorite piece of Evil Dead media.
I think that's kind of the consensus.
I'm torn between it and Army of Darkness, but I think I'll have a better idea once I'm done the rest of the series.
Yeah, I don't want.
I probably only think super highly of Army of Darkness just because it was my first introduction to the series.
I can't wait for you guys to
mine as well,
learn about season 3 because it's so good.
Why?
What the fuck?
Help Amir find his...
Saudi man? No? Okay.
I've seen this before as well, actually. I've seen this before. Fucking... Oh, no.
Do you know what? Honestly, can't tell the difference.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, I have one more meme to end it off on.
Oh, of course you do.
Give me a second.
Do you have to?
I hope all of these memes are on screen. You said that one earlier.
No one's talked about it, so I said it again.
If no one talked about it, that means it wasn't worth talking about.
You're not worth talking about it. Dab.
Oh no.
Fucking
my
wrecked.
Oof, ouch, my
Dab.
bones. I need to go drink my bone healing juice.
Dab.
We'll see you next episode, everyone, where hopefully if Spidey won't be stabbed to death after that dab fest.
Just a quick thing before we leave. Do I have to come back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You're contractually obligated.
One of us!
Oh no. That is true. I mean, I just find it weird that we just
You're human. You claim to be superior, but yet you cannot swing from vine to vine superiors. I hate you, Levi.
I mean, I enjoy being part of this group. I just find it weird that we've all got to send weekly nudes to Liam.
Yeah, that is a bit. To be fair, Liam, I do think you need to calm down on that. Monthly is fine.
Weekly, monthly's alright.
I've also found the only true...
I will neither confirm nor deny this contractual obligation.
I hate... It's just turning into memes. I hate you guys.
We'll see you next episode, guys.
Alright.
Goodbye, everybody.
Ta-da.